here we are, sons. We're here. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving coming up, sons. And we're on a personal mission tonight to teach you all what to be thankful for, sons.
Sometimes people need to be taught what to be thankful for because they don't know what to be thankful for. They're ungrateful bitches.
Yeah, they're thankful for the wrong shit.
And they don't realize life is good. And no matter what.
The worst it's going to be is you're going to have $0 like Uncle Randy had about 11 years ago.
Yeah, 12 years ago for me. 12.
$0 and 0 cents.
Yes.
And you'll see what happens.
That's right.
You piss in the wind. See, something's going to happen.
12 years ago, I was glad my kids were young and didn't know that December 25th was Christmas because we didn't celebrate till December 27th.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get paid till the 26th.
That shit happens. Now, let me tell you. Let me get here. Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think mine was like 12 or 13 years, too. Man, we might have we're close to the same age.
Yeah, I think we were rock bottom at the same time.
Yeah, very close. Either, that's incredible, sons. You can dig out. It's what we told you guys. It's not the end of the fucking world. Listen, if you're eating Thanksgiving and you're eating ramen and shit, but you got a place to stay, is it the worst shit in the world? I don't know.
Turkey-flavored ramen.
Dude. So anyway, this is, write that down, however you want to say it. All right, we leave that up to you guys. We change it up.
Unlike the government, we leave the choice to you.
Absolutely. Listen, we don't want mandates and shit.
No, there's no mandate on what to call this show.
No, we don't do that.
Type this down.
Whatever you want to say.
Paint it down.
However you want to tell others is fine with us.
That's just the price for watching. You got to tell others.
Yes.
There is no fee.
No.
Just let other people know.
There's no fee, but there is a lot of...
Got to turn that down.
By the way, look at both of us busting some quality. Mine's about 2 years old, but look at that Uncle Randy.
Looking great.
Old school.
Yeah, looks great.
There's hose in this house.
No, there should be some hose.
Yes.
Always.
And so is that like the launch? Because I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah, just, my politics have become stronger and stronger over the last few years.
Yeah.
And decided it was becoming such a large portion of our T-shirt business, but also affecting us in some ways.
Yeah.
So I wanted to separate them. I didn't want the wife being punished for my views. And, she prints shirts for a lot of companies, and sometimes they don't want to be associated with my views on politics. And we decided it was time for it just to have its own brand and its own site and its own place where people can go. And, it's no secret I love the word revival. So American revival, and I think we need revival in America. And that doesn't even mean spiritual revival. It just means we need a revival back to what this country was founded on. And I thought it just made so much sense to bring in. I've got a great friend, Doug Hill, who's a phenomenal designer.
Champion.
Shares some of the same political views I do, so I partnered up with him on that, and he's going to design, and I'm going to promote, and we're going to sell, and we're going to piss a lot of people off.
He's become one of my favorite people to follow that I've met through you, right there with Rocket Man.
Yes. So I've ever told you how I met Doug Hill?
Yes, you told me about, but they're both winners.
Right, winners, champions.
I mean, Rocket Man's hilarious.
Rocket Man is phenomenal.
He's a savage, too.
Yes.
He cuts to the core.
Yes, makes no bones about it, and love him.
Dude, he'll pour out some raunchy, truthful truth bombs on Facebook, too. So
he doesn't care.
He drops the shit. Most people, they don't have the balls.
No, he doesn't have the balls, and he does, and somehow flies under the radar by doing
Nobody says shit to him. Because you know what? What's he going to do?
When you got a nickname like Rocket Man,
yeah,
you don't give a shit.
So the first thing I want to dive in on is this isn't even holiday related. This is just, to me, probably the most important show that we've had in America in a while. And we agree, we share, because I read what you posted about RIP. So we're obviously talking about Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Which is a great, I was thinking that watching it, but I didn't say anything about it. And you put it very poignantly. It's a huge thing, right? It's
and people are just bashing the fuck out of him. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah. You're a misogynist. Let me just put that right. You hate women.
Yes.
And let kids be kids.
Right.
I'm with what you say, man. You don't see any strong male figures anymore that'll one, whoop your ass.
Yes.
Like spank you. That's not, you can't do that on TV anymore. For one, make you sleep in a barn.
Right.
That's just highly no, sir. And teach you how to dig your way out.
Yeah. I'm loving that storyline. I'm enjoying that storyline. I think it's going to be interesting how they tie all that together. I'm digging that storyline, and it's good to see somebody expecting a boy to grow up to be a man.
And by the way, we got to do a shot. You got to pour you one. This is for my buddy Robert, my best friend since high school.
Yeah.
Just chimed in, so we got to do a shot to Uncle Randy's birthday, because my birthday is the 28th, and we won't be together for another show prior. So this is the birthday shot, sons. Cheers. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious.
The wife asked, she said, why do you always drink with Randy? You don't drink anytime. So I never have anything to drink. There's no water in the freezer. So I brought the body armor. Yeah. Didn't plan on drinking, but you know what? We're going to drink.
By the way, fun fact about this Puncher's Chance bourbon that you've almost polished off. Found out who the owner of that company is.
Who is it?
Bruce Buffer, the announcer for UFC.
I did not put two and two together, but I knew he had.
That's his bourbon.
That makes a lot of sense.
And it's not good. A bad bourbon.
It's not,
you actually
very smooth.
It's not like you're going to lie now and act like you liked it. You liked it.
No, it was very smooth. I liked it. I was shocked at actually how good it was.
Look, so that was interesting. But
hold on, let's go back to Yellowstone.
Let's go back.
So a little slow the last couple of weeks. I think they're setting up some storylines. Real curious to see what the emphasis on Jimmy is, because I just figured Jimmy was going to go to Texas and we'd never see him again. But I don't feel that to be the truth. And I don't know if they're branching him down there to Texas because they're going to let that ranch become its own show one day or what. But there's way too much emphasis on Jimmy leaving for it to be the end of the storyline.
I'm worried he's going to die. I think that's a possibility. It could also be the Six's ranch or whatever.
Yeah, I also think my other theory is that the horse guy, the writer, that's actually the writer of the show, the guy that's is somehow ripping off John, and Jimmy's going to put two and two together. And
yes, that could get him in the crosshairs, but could also make him a hero and get him back. To,
so I don't really know what's going on with that, but I'm over it.
But let me tell you an inaccuracy I didn't like. All right, so Jimmy had on the neck and back brace.
Yes.
All right, as a guy who's had his neck fused, the way that he just took it off and left it off
and never
when the guy told him.
I was literally curious about that. I was like, just never put that shit back on again.
He was on the kind that holds your thoracic and your cervical together.
Yes.
It attached in two spots. You don't just decide, you know what? Okay, I'll never wear it again.
Yeah, it was very interesting that they did that, and he was just miraculously healed.
But, so we got a couple of questions from listeners about Yellowstone, which is why I wanted to lead with it. But the first,
who do you identify though with?
That's where I'm kind of going to go with.
Okay.
This question kind of leads into that. It asks us both to say who our favorite characters are, but I feel like the way they worded it is a long ass question. Was who we think is most important to the story, and to me, that's two different people.
Okay.
My favorite character is Teeter.
Okay,
that's me.
Yeah. Okay.
Teeter's
you just want to bang her.
She's just cool as shit, dude. Have you ever seen fucking hard ass like that?
Yeah, that's also banging hot, but you don't realize she's banging hot.
And she dips snuff.
Right, yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of hard to
That's
get
hardcore,
over.
but it's not sexy.
No, but she still pulls, and dude, she talks almost like Brad Pitt and Snatch.
Yes.
Like you can barely tell. But, so she's my favorite as in like, who do I dig?
Yes.
But when it comes to the story, me and you might disagree here. I think without Rip, the show can't go forward. I know John Dutton's the patriarch.
Yes.
You know, he's the backbone. But without Rip, I don't know how the show would do. So I'm going to go Rip most
So if we're talking about who's vital to the story in terms of people watching and the fictional storyline of the Duttons, then Rip is vital. If this is a real life family, then John Dutton is the key.
Sure.
People sleep on John.
Yeah.
And John doesn't get his hands dirty unless he needs to get them dirty. I liked when they're off killing everybody and John's just sitting there in front of the fireplace drinking bourbon. And but he's cold hearted. He'll do whatever it takes to defend what he loves. And the DNA that's in Casey and Rip and all those people comes directly from John. He taught them to be all those. He taught Beth to be Beth. He taught Rip to be Rip. He taught Casey to be Casey. And I mean, even Jamie, for all his little weaseling and spine, he put him all through college. He turned him into a lawyer. He saw something in him that Jamie didn't even see in himself. And make no mistake about it, John's the cold hearted bastard. He's the glue that makes. He's the Godfather.
I think he's growing tired though of being so angry. Like you can see, like when he was walking past the kid in the barn, he was like, "You in trouble?" And it was almost like he was going to dive into it, and he was, I'm fighting everybody always. Right. That's why he looks so exhausted when he's drinking the bourbon. He's been shot 100 times. Yeah, he beat ass cancer. He's still riding horses.
I think he's tired, but I think that's all he knows, and there's going to be no change.
Yeah. And his kids have made it pretty clear. If he dies, they're selling it.
Yeah.
Beth has said that.
Well, Casey seems to be coming along to where he's loving the ranch more.
Yeah, for sure. He's also got a body count that doesn't.
Yes. It is time for Casey to get his woman in line.
He does. You get tighten up, baby. Listen, there's all kind of money and shit. You want to go live in the trailer park and you just got to live there?
You want to go on the reservation, go, I'm staying.
Yeah, you don't even understand. They're as savage as we are.
Right.
Old Dutton's adversary.
Yes.
He's just down, cold,
no doubt about
savage.
It. No doubt about it.
But, shit, what was I going to say, though, about, I love Beth, but, just if you take Rip out of the equation, the enforcer.
Yes.
Because even more than any of his kids, I think he goes to Rip if he knows the job
Rip's the
has
soldier.
to be done.
Yeah, he's the soldier. Yeah, he's the enforcer. He's the soldier. And he knows Rip. Casey and Beth are loyal to him because of blood. Rip's loyal to him because he saved his life. And that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And when he beat the old man, not Lou, what's his name? Lloyd.
Yes.
Lloyd. Man, because Lloyd, there's previous episodes where Lloyd's
getting out of line, son.
When Rip was a kid, Lloyd was still on the ranch, and he was the one who kind of brought Rip up.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I felt that when he's like, damn you for making me do this. And he just whooped his ass.
It was tough for old Rip.
Yeah.
I mean, he's patented that line, though, where he says, you want to fight somebody, you fight me. I'll fight you all day long.
Yeah, there's no fighting on the ranch.
No. Especially the branded folks. I dig the brand.
Yeah, I dig the brand.
I like that they're so
I'm not anti getting a big L and making some people get the brand.
No, dude. I mean, you know what? It is what it is. You want to be in, you're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm completely into the brand.
But I think Yellowstone is big, and I'm hoping they're doing this at the right time because they peaked. They're really popular. But that storyline with how they're treating that boy is ballsy.
Yeah.
In today's, sadly.
In this woke society, passive, feminized, pussies. There's no male and female, and let's coddle them culture. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, because there is. Because guess what? If there's no gender roles, you blow a tire, nobody knows how to change the fucking tire.
Right, exactly.
So nobody can change it?
Yeah, I made a post about it today. I was actually a little disappointed that I didn't get people more wound up about it. It's like, man, I really thought that was going to get fired up.
I thought y'all were more sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the holidays. A lot of people got their damn...
well, and I've already ran most of them off.
Oh, dude. But what's funny is you expect that. I love when you announce before you drop a shirt, like, all right, so I plan to lose 150. Yes. That'll open me up. Yeah. I got a few more.
I got 70 in the queue, and I need to start over.
Have you been paying attention to the spinoff with Tim McGraw?
Yeah, so I thought I was really going to be into it.
Yeah.
And I think I will be into it. But I have to be honest with you, the previews have not hooked me.
I got to be honest about this, sons, and this is going to hurt a lot of people. Because... Tim McGraw's a pussy, sons. He's a Democrat. And that hurts him, to me, with this way. He's so Hollywood in a lot of his views. Right. Don't come in and play a champion.
Yeah.
That's pretend. Now it hurts me.
But he's got Sam on there.
But he's also...
Right. I was just going to say, who's actually also very liberal.
The voice of America.
Yes.
I forgive him, though. He's just got too good of a voice. Dude's a champ. But still, I don't know if it'll have the same bite. I don't know if it'll take. I don't know if you can capture lightning in a bottle twice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
But I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes, and I love that there's a lot of people that I'm friends with that are invested in the show. But is Beth hot? Yeah, in a weird way, in a very.
I'm just going to be honest with you. And I know everyone says this. I see all these women. Beth Dutton's my spirit animal. Blah 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 bullshit. I'm married to Beth Dutton.
She's a stone cold savage, and I mean
down to the red hair.
You've got there's a lot of fair comparisons there,
and so it's almost creepy.
Yeah, do you think she's as crazy as Beth?
Yeah, she. Well, I think that I have kind of put a calming effect on her.
Yeah.
That's how crazy she was. That Gary Lamb can enter her life, and that's a calming effect because to most women there would be nothing calm about being married to me.
So you're like the Adderall,
but when you're
to an ADHD.
Yeah, but
person.
when you're raised a cope.
Yeah.
When you're bungee corded to the back of a motorcycle
with the leg
while you're sleeping
and one leg's off,
drunk dad's driving it, or you're hanging out in the bar all night because dad's there, and then you meet my crazy. My crazy is almost calm.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's very similar to that. Like people that are actually like ADHD can take Adderall and it slows them down.
Right, and everyone else it makes them.
Everyone else, but
yes.
You can actually calm her down.
Yeah, but let's keep that in perspective. I haven't calmed her down. We've just taken it down a notch. She's not knocking people out in the church parking lot anymore.
No, but and the other cool thing is it's not like you're out there trying to tell her how to be.
Oh, I don't tell her how to be nothing.
That's pointless.
No, she's who she is. I learned that early on in our marriage.
Well, we both learned that, and we've talked. If y'all have been writing this down over the episodes, we've told you about
she is
that.
who
That's
she is,
disaster.
and I don't want her to be anything else. And she sure as hell doesn't try to change me.
All right, first thing about the holidays, I got to get this off my chest, sons. I got to tell you, turkey shit. I'm not a turkey fan. I'm a ham. Honey glazed, or I like to call it Randy glazed ham, to me is superior.
Okay.
Give me your thoughts.
I agree.
Oh,
so no. But I don't want to say turkey shit.
Yeah.
Turkey is what we eat one day a year. Mm-hmm. I saw someone back in July and they were making a turkey. And it's like, who the fuck eats a turkey in July?
Nobody.
Right. I just want a turkey. So to me, the traditionalist in me, I'm going to rock the turkey on Thanksgiving. But make no mistake about it, in the Lamb House, there will be a ham. Matter of fact, Rick's supplying the ham this year.
Always.
Little honey-baked ham actions coming in.
Honey-bakes are excellent.
And I will probably go 2-to-1 ham to turkey. There's going to be 2 servings of ham as opposed to 1 of turkey. But there's going to be a turkey.
Yeah.
I'm actually making 2 turkeys. So we have so many people. We open our home up to everybody. Yeah. Anyone that doesn't have any place to go. Yeah. So it can be anywhere from 40 to 50 people there. And so you never know who's going to show up, what's going to show up. So I'm going to do a Cajun turkey this year.
That's what I do.
Right,
I inject it.
Yeah, I'm going to inject it.
Tony Satchers.
I'm going to exactly 100%. Yep. And then I'm going to do a regular turkey, and then we'll get the ham. But ham is superior. But there's respect and there's honor in the Lamb House for what the turkey represents, and that's freedom, motherfuckers. All right? And I'm thankful for my freedom.
Freedom to eat maybe the ugliest animal that we kill.
Yeah, the driest.
That's a dinosaur.
The driest.
Have you seen? Dude.
People are like, I deep fried this turkey. I smoked this turkey. Look how moist this motherfucker is.
Dry as a bone.
It's dry as a fucking bone. You can't do anything. No. You ain't seen my turkey. Motherfucker, it's dry.
That's because everybody.
That's the reason we have gravy.
And everybody's such pussies to undercook turkey.
Yes.
And that's everybody.
Yes.
They don't want to serve up so they'd rather serve up, and I'm talking about bone dry.
Bone dry.
Just, that's why I'm like, and people are like, it's so good. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
You cover it with your cranberries,
and I go back,
I do your gravy.
And I go back to the statement, if it's so good, literally, I'm on my 3rd marriage. So I've been around, okay? I've never had anybody I've dated, been married to, grew up with, any other time besides Thanksgiving, like, you know what we're fucking having for dinner tonight? Turkey.
I've been working on turkey all day, babe.
Right.
Have a romantic turkey
because
dinner.
It's not good. It's fucking turkey. It's dry.
It is.
Now, what was good about turkey in years past, I like to call it BB before Biden, is it was cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, 49 cents a pound, 39 cents a pound.
There ain't nothing cheap now.
There's nothing
Write
cheap
that
now.
down.
And the turkey's expensive.
Dollar General is now $1.25 General.
Right,
Did you see that?
It's ridiculous.
They inflated everything's $1.25 now. It's fucking incredible. People think that stimulus money was free. That shit wasn't free.
No.
It was never free.
He's an idiot.
It's fucking incredible. The prices are out of this world, dude.
Someone asked me today, I never knew you were so right-leaning. I said, I wasn't. I said, you liberals made me so right-leaning. I was libertarian 2.5 years ago.
Bill Maher has become conservative.
Right.
He can't stand the shit.
You have literally made me the most conservative person in the world, and I fly the flag now.
All right.
Rocket Man is tuned in.
Yeah, the turkey culprit was Kenneth Paul DeCamelier.
Oh, man, Ken. Turkey in July. Fucking Ken. I should have known.
Now, there's no way about it. Listen, everybody can talk about that.
Now, but hold on. Can we stop 1 second? I just saw something.
Yes.
Bubba is correct. I don't know what is magical about a turkey sandwich the next day.
Yeah.
2 pieces of Sunbeam.
A lot of mayo.
A lot of mayo. I like to throw a little stuffing on the turkey sandwich with some cheese. I'll even throw some mac and cheese on there and make the sandwich. It's amazing.
I agree with that 100%. But there's a caveat, and this is leading into a listener question. So I'm just going to bounce all over since you're leading into it. This listener, and I feel this, and I sent you over one question because I just wanted you to see how they come. They come over so ridiculous.
Yes.
Some great,
Yes.
some ridiculous. How do you guys feel about the dressing that's cooked in the turkey's ass? I'm anti-sons. I don't like the stuffing that's cooked inside the bird.
No.
That turns out the gray brown.
No.
I like cornbread stuffing. I like the.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know that was a real thing. I thought it was all for looks. So people actually eat that shit?
I don't.
No, I'm not eating out of the middle.
Out of the ass.
I've smoked that bird. I knew what I pulled out of that bird. Yes. That dead carcass.
Rib
and now I'm supposed to pull it in there.
Giblets.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
No.
Fuck no.
That's what I said.
I didn't know that was a real thing.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I also have philosophy on the sides for Thanksgiving. If they're not made in the big aluminum foil pans that you just
100%.
get at Walmart.
Or a cheap plastic one from Dollar Store.
Right, or whatever they are.
Yes.
Yeah, like don't bring the Corningware in.
Yes.
Don't bring the grandma's casserole dish. I want it in the aluminum thing. And at the end of the day, I'm just going to fold up and throw away because I don't got to wash it.
Guess what? I'm okay if you bring one of your Tupperwares that you've broken in so well that it's a little discolored, son. Maybe you've nuked it a few times.
Right.
It's got that. You can't clean it all the way.
Exactly.
I'm fine with that. Dude,
yeah,
you can't. I'm good with it.
Right.
It pisses us. They want to bring their fanciest China.
I don't want your fancy shit. Lay it out because here's the deal. At the end of the day, really all I'm going to eat is some green bean casserole. Some mac and cheese.
That's my wife's favorite, and that's her specialty, green bean casserole.
Mac and cheese. That's my wife's specialty, the mac and cheese.
I do macaroni pie, which is...
Stop. What?
Macaroni pie?
I don't know about this.
All it is you take, you boil your macaroni.
Yes.
You drain it, you put it back in the pot, you break a couple of eggs in it, you drop a whole bag of the shredded cheese.
Right.
Salt, pepper, mix all that up, pour it into a baking dish, and then top that with sliced Cracker Barrel sharp cheddar, and bake it with a little condensed milk to make it like creamy.
I respect that.
And you can just kind of cut it into kind of like cornbread dressing.
Okay.
You can cut it and cut a square.
I'm good with that. I thought you were putting it in a pie crust.
No pie, no crust.
It's
just mac and cheese.
I was probably about to take the headphones off and leave.
Good, because I would have wanted you to punch me in the face.
So I'm good with that. The wife goes more, she does the Paula Deen mac and cheese, so it's a creamy mac and cheese. But here's my philosophy on mac and cheese. No mac and cheese is bad.
No, there really isn't. Unless
it's mac and fucking cheese.
I don't like when people get over fancy with it and put the crust dribbles on top.
I don't want all that, okay?
You know how you see sometimes they'll put some crust? So,
look at Ken talking shit. There's always the one asshole out there. I got the juiciest turkey ever. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4.
Dry as a
It's a 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Amy Lynn, though, is a champion, and we're going to get to this, too, in a minute. Pineapple casserole. Most people shit on pineapple casserole.
I don't know what that is. Amy is
a champion.
Colorado girl.
I lived in Colorado Springs.
I love her. She's awesome. Smoking hot single chick out there. In Colorado, all you single men, light it up and hit her up.
Pineapple casserole.
And
because that's a country.
She's been my friend for years. Sent me a Texas Rangers hat this year because they were the first team to open back up, and I said I was going to root for the Rangers because they went full capacity.
Yes,
remember that?
Yep.
I was on that thing, and so
we got Angel in here saying you stuffed that turkey with dressing. See, I can't.
She don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's talking about.
All right, well, this is going to take us straight into it. Let's start doing it. You can go first. I can go first. I'll go first because you haven't had time to see the question. So
I don't need the question. I'm a fucking professional. Let's get that straight.
Then let's let you go.
Let's
first.
Apologize for that comment.
Okay, We've
been together long enough to know.
You've never known the questions.
So,
all right. So you give me right now your top 5 Thanksgiving dishes. Go.
Yeah. All right. Mac and cheese number 1. Are we? Does ham count as a dish, or is that just a meat, so it doesn't count?
Yeah, I say sides.
Okay, so sides.
Non-meats.
All right. Mac and cheese.
Yep.
Green bean casserole.
All right.
I like a little. Oh well, Heather has changed some things in the lamb Thanksgiving since she joined.
Okay.
So she rolls up at the Thanksgiving with a hash brown casserole. That's not a traditional Thanksgiving thing, but now it's a staple at the lamb coat Thanksgiving.
I do love a good hash brown.
So hash brown casserole. So that would be number 3 for me, hash brown casserole. Right. I'm going to roll with some mashed potatoes.
Always.
And then last but not least, here's the bottom line, the rolls.
Okay.
So that's my 5 dishes.
All right, so we share a lot in common here. We got a couple of discrepancies. First and foremost, listen. If your deviled eggs aren't on point, Uncle Randy's not coming to your Thanksgiving. To me, those are critical.
So I've never had a deviled egg because I feel like the gas that they would give me, people say they're amazing. And actually, it's funny you brought this up because this is not bullshit. I had made up my mind that because I love eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs.
You like egg salad?
I've never had it.
Okay.
But I decided this year I was going to try a deviled egg.
Okay.
But Rick eats about 15 of them, and you can't even be in the room with him afterwards.
Okay. Well, look at his skin.
Well, his legs, it's fallen off.
Yeah.
But I had decided I was going to try a deviled egg this year.
Yes.
So I've heard good things. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, let me tell you, Uncle Randy's a deviled egg connoisseur, sons. All right? And if you fuck around and you put the doucher pickles in it and shit, I don't want that, sons. Just fucking boil the eggs, peel them, smash them the fuck up, put a little mustard and mayo in it. Boom, salt and pepper.
So are these in order? So deviled eggs are number 1 for you?
Number 1.
Boom.
Without a doubt.
Over
and
mac and cheese.
they are fart machines.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
They are fart machines.
Worried about that.
But deviled eggs, here's what people have done in America. Like we were just talking about the mac and cheese. People are getting too big for their fucking britches in everything that we do. You got to ruin mac and cheese by putting a fucking crust
they become bougie,
on top of it.
Kind of like our downtown here in Canton. That's a whole other story we'll get on later.
Yes, we will.
They've got bougie as fuck, and they forgot the common man.
Yes.
And listen, chop me up some Velveeta, throw it in there, some shredded cheddar, a little condensed milk to keep it running, and let's just call it mac and cheese and roll.
That's easy. But same thing with deviled eggs. Now people are making their deviled eggs with honey mustard. The audacity. They're like, these are my sweet eggs.
You just lost me.
Now you're fired. I
can't
can't roll with you. So deviled eggs number 1.
Hold on. Dennis Smith, he's wrong here on the potato salad. This ain't a barbecue.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. You don't get potato salad on.
It wouldn't even make my top 20.
No.
For Thanksgiving.
Now, we got some ribs.
For absolutely. A summer barbecue.
Right. We want potato
burger,
salad.
I love potato
Dennis
salad.
is out.
You just unfriended him. Now you got another one opened up. All right, so I'm going deviled eggs number 1. Absolutely. You got to put a little paprika on top. You want to be, that's typical for the holidays, sons. A little red. Paprika does absolutely nothing, but yes, you need a little bit on there. What would be my number 2? So I'm deviled eggs. Number 2 is going to be mashed pots for me. So same. We're both on our list. And let me tell you, there's a controversial, I posted this earlier, and somebody that's had Uncle Randy's mashed potatoes was upset because Uncle Randy puts mayo in his mashed potatoes.
You know what? I've been there. I've seen it. I've had it.
It's good.
It's acceptable. Are you talking about when you make it? You're not talking about you have some mashed potatoes and then you throw a little mayo on it, like while they're on your plate.
No. It's
while
when
you're
making them.
Yes, of course.
It makes them cream potatoes. Papa George is the one that taught me that.
Listen, that's not as crazy as the ketchup on the steak. I saw the whole thing. They're wrong.
The ketchup on the steak still bothers.
The mayo in the mashed potatoes is totally acceptable.
The ketchup is a whole nother show. That would be a whole show to talk about because it hurts you every time I post a picture.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, so I got deviled eggs, mashed pots. I'm going to go rolls number 3. I'm big on rolls.
So what kind of rolls?
I like either the small squares in the aluminum.
Yeah, so the Hawaiian rolls.
No, I like the little bitty,
exactly.
The little bitty,
yes,
like Mrs. Parker rolls.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I like those or the little bit bigger ones that are the yeast rolls.
Yes.
And put a little butter on them.
Christine rolls yeast rolls.
I like yeast rolls.
And I submit to her authority in that. But if it was totally me rolling, I'm going Hawaiian rolls.
Now, I do love a good Hawaiian roll. Publix was out of regular burger buns the other night, and Brooke had to get the Hawaiian burger bun. Excellent.
Yeah. So my issue with Christine is she's not a bread eater. So the other day she tells me, I got bread covered. I've got 40 rolls. I said, fuck, that's 40 nothing. Rolls? That's nothing.
I'll eat 15.
We're going to have 50 people here.
Yeah, and I'll eat 15.
You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be 100 rolls. Because what are you going to stop everything? I got to get that fixed tomorrow. I need to go back.
40 rolls won't.
40 rolls is not enough.
Shit. You need 200 rolls.
Listen, there's no perfect woman. She's a 9.9.
Well, she's also
and
fit.
The point.
She's fit.
And the point one is she doesn't know her bread carb expertise.
Neither does Brooke. Brooke could never eat a carb. She'd be fine, dude. She's veggies.
I don't get it.
So she'd be like, "Can't we just split a roll amongst the fat?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to eat 30 rolls." All right, you look, because I dip them in my fucking mashed
You see
potatoes.
My tribe on here. My tribe is encouraging you in the mayo and the mashed potatoes. They know that's Southern, baby.
They are. Now,
anybody that has an issue with that is Yankee.
You've hurt Dennis, though. Dennis is upset at you.
Dennis is going to be okay.
Now, here's the deal. I'm going to shock the world right here. My number 4 is cranberry sauce, and it better be the jelly. I'm talking about the can that you cut into I don't want the fancy homemade.
So I'm going to tell you a funny story, and it's probably going to piss some people off because right now we got a little bit, half the family's not coming to Thanksgiving this year because Gary's an asshole.
Of course.
Blah, blah, blah.
Natural.
But Christine's granddad, Hal, passed away this last year, Rick's dad. He wanted cranberry sauce. Crack open the can, put it on the plate, slice it up. So we had a new family member join the family. Heart was in the right place, made this fancy
real
cranberry sauce. Christine, being the glue that holds everything together, knew that wasn't going to fly with Hal. So discreetly, she puts another plate of cranberry out there. And the new member of the family goes, well, I already made the fancy sauce. She goes, not for Hal, you didn't. Hal wants this. And so you're new to the family. We don't give a fuck about your raisin cranberry bullshit. Yeah. It's coming out of the can, the aluminum can, because that's what the OG of the family wants.
And it's delicious.
Right.
Dude.
I love that story. That's my wife right there, making sure everybody's taken care of.
That's fucking hilarious. That's like your probationary new to the family. Like, here's your one time.
Yes. Yeah, look, she's already commented, Grandpa Hal. Like, she knew he wants it in the can.
Dude, I'm only the can.
Yes.
That is 100%. Brooke knows that. So that's why I put it that high.
And I'm not against all these other ones that people are talking about, but not on Thanksgiving. Now, did you know that I actually heard on the radio the other day that cranberry the Ocean Spray canned cranberry, because of the price, I guess you can't put it in aluminum. It has to be in, I'm making this up, I don't know, steel? Whatever the hell the can's made out of. What they make cans out of before they were aluminum?
I don't know.
Iron? Metal?
Who knows?
The cost is through the roof. That's why cranberry sauce in the can is so high this year.
And I'll pay it.
Plus
all day.
Joe Biden.
And I'll pay that over the horse shit.
Yes.
And I get it's fancier and it looks prettier
I don't give a shit.
your
I'm
spread.
sick of the pretty shit.
I know, but that's what people want is the spread picture.
Fuck the picture. Fuck this picture. Instagram society. My collar's still blue. Throw Velveeta in the fucking mac and cheese. Open the can of cranberry. And throw me some fucking stovetop stuffing out there on the table, and I'm good to go.
Powerful Zach just said it's 10.
10.
Yep.
He does know all.
Makes total sense.
Well, apparently 10 is expensive.
Dude, by the way, old Zach used to kick fucking 50-yarders, bro.
I've heard rumors.
He's a Cherokee County Hall of Famer from sports.
So true champion.
Yeah, he went to Valdosta. He was a kicker at here in Woodstock, I think, and went and kicked there, won a couple of national championships, sons. I mean, we only surround ourselves with winners. That's just, at the end of the day, that is what it is. Robert says if it still doesn't have the rings of the can molded into the cranberry, it's not. Agreed. I mean, that's easy. All right, so that's my 4. Deviled eggs, mashed potatoes, rolls, cranberry, and then my 5th is cornbread stuffing.
I respect that.
And we had somebody chime in and said if we knew the difference between stuffing and dressing, and I guess stuffing is the shit you stuff in the ass.
I don't know the difference.
I don't eat that. So
I don't eat that. I think, I don't know.
In the
dressing's a little more moist, I think, than stuffing, but I'm really just making that shit up. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Angel's saying yes, but I don't know what she's saying yes to.
Dude, powerful Jessica this is Jessica that sang the national anthem at the wiffle ball tournament. She can sing her ass off. She said, I'm making homemade cranberry sauce, but will still serve the can because people deserve the option. That's fair.
Now, I'm going to go and tell Zach that on this fried okra covered in cream corn, don't stop. I respect that, but that's not Thanksgiving to me. I don't know what's going on there.
I've never tried that. It might be delicious.
Yeah, well, I love fried okra and I love cream corn, so I'm down. But we're not bringing that shit. Fried okra's not Thanksgiving.
See, I don't know if Thanksgiving's where...
I'm a traditionalist.
I don't know if that's where you bring this experiment, which could be excellent.
Yeah.
But if you roll up and you're like, hey, bros, I brought the cream corn...
With the fried okra.
With the fried okra under it.
Yeah.
And it might be great.
Now, you roll up on Sunday Fried Chicken Day.
Yeah.
With that, I'm eating it.
Sure.
But we're not rolling with that on Thanksgiving, Zach. Hey, I don't care if you're Hall of Famer or not.
All right, so that's my 5. I mean... There's nothing else.
So neither one of us put sweet potato souffle on there. None of that. Christine loves that. It's not. I don't roll with it.
I consider that a dessert.
Yes.
Everybody else. I mean,
are we going to talk about desserts?
We certainly can. Actually, we do have a question about pies and cakes. So
what about pies and cakes?
Which is our preference? Are you a pie or
I'm
a cake
man?
I'm a pie man.
Now I like pie. I'm fat. So let's get something out of clear. You fucking put a pie down, I'm gonna eat a pie, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm simple when it comes to desserts. So here's my pie. You ready?
Yes.
Pie crust, chocolate pudding in it, Cool Whip. Boom, refrigerator.
Everybody
pie.
wins.
That's how I win.
That's
cake.
Good always.
I'm simple. Yellow cake with chocolate ice, and my whole church knows that.
Yeah.
Yellow cake, chocolate.
Can't go wrong there.
And then banana pudding overrides it all.
Banana pudding, 100%. Now, here's the deal. Lost in this woke society are the grandmas and great-grandmas that knew how to really make banana pudding.
Yes. Oh,
now
yes.
everybody makes it from Jell-O.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And the grannies
that
would let the bananas get old and fucking really
had
put their
vanilla
foot
wafers
in it.
in there that were soggy.
And they put their foot in it.
There was love in it.
Yes.
It was love.
And they would burn their own meringue on top.
Yes.
Like this, we're such pussies now.
It's the pussification
People
of America.
People are like, I make this banana pudding that'll knock your dick off, Uncle Randy.
It won't knock
and I'm
my
like,
dick
that's
off.
from a box. You cut the bananas, you put vanilla wafer, and you call this fucking homemade. Stop. It's still good.
I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat it without a doubt because
Right.
I love anything banana.
But it's not the same. Have you had the strawberry banana body armor?
No.
You should try it. I think I have one in my truck unopened.
I do love
my
it.
gift to you. Okay.
I'm a huge strawberry banana fan. That's how my smoothies are that I choose to make. But so I got to talk about this. So you're cake over pie.
I'm cake over pie. I love cake. And I love yellow cake with chocolate icing. I'm simple. From the box, yellow cake. I want chocolate icing on it, and I'm good.
And so
about twice a year, Christine, I don't make her, but I ask her to make that
for
me.
So if at Thanksgiving you've got a regular yellow cake with chocolate icing on it that you get at any birthday party.
No. That's not a Thanksgiving thing, so don't bring that to Thanksgiving.
Okay. I was going to go there because I don't really know how that fits if just a chocolate
No.
yellow cake.
So for Thanksgiving, I want some pecan pie.
It's very good.
My mom makes something called Mississippi Mud.
Oh, I've had yes.
So I roll with the Mississippi Mud.
Brooke will eat that whole thing.
Yes. So my mom's coming to Thanksgiving this year. We finally invited her. She accepted. So
Good.
she's allowed into the fold.
Is she going to make the same mistake though? Is she going to bring? Or are you making sure she brings the? Are you
I told her
prepping
what
her
to
for
bring.
the family she's coming into?
Well, yes, and she knows that. Listen, get here early because I want monkey bread. I haven't had monkey bread in about 20 years since I was home.
Oh yeah.
So she's making some monkey bread. She better be making some fucking monkey bread. If she's not, I'm throwing her out. But I did put in the request for Mississippi Mud, and she's making it.
No, that's a win right there.
Yeah.
Robert says if you bring the bullshit bananas pudding to Thanksgiving, you're leaving with your feelings hurt. I agree. Or at least don't pretend like it's some ancient recipe. Like,
right.
That's what I don't like.
Right.
People are like, this is my granny. I'm like, no, it's not.
Right.
Your granny used to smoke fucking cigarillos and cook for real like a champion.
So let me tell you what Christine makes. Christine makes this thing that's apple baked. She puts it in the crock pot, and it's apple pie filling, and then it has butter, and then she puts some kind of spice cake poured over the top, and it makes this congealed shit, and you throw ice cream on top of it.
Sounds wonderful.
Strong like fucking bull. Instant
it's
hard
a
on.
Pie?
No, it's kind of like just scoop it out of the crock pot, hot, and then you put some ice cream on
amazing.
it. It's bonerific.
That's interesting. But like for the people, when they're asking this question, cake or pie, and then they ask what's our favorite of each, like, again, I was just born in the wrong era, I guess. because this shit's going away. Like, to me, there's nothing more American than a cherry pie. You don't see cherry pies, and no one makes cherry pie. Everybody hates cherries.
I'm an apple guy.
I know, but an apple's great. I'll take a blueberry cobbler.
Yeah, I'm pissed about the love, and boy, we might lose some followers right here, some viewers right now over this comment. I don't understand how peach became like the thing. Mm-hmm. Peach pie, peach cobbler, fuck peaches.
Is it the Georgia thing? Georgia peaches?
I go up to LJ, I don't see fucking peach trees, I see apple trees.
That's where you get the apples. Where my nanny would go there to get apples for apple butter.
Right.
Let's talk about apple butter, son.
I love apple butter.
With apple butter because y'all don't know.
No, fucking apple butter's the shit.
I'll eat it straight out of the jar.
So.
But yeah, so like I miss the days where people would actually cut their dough strips and lay the proper top over a pie, like
maybe cut a little star out in the middle.
But now they just flop the pre-canned shit over and put 2 slits.
And don't get me wrong, I'll eat that too.
I'll eat it too.
I'm respecting it.
I eat all of it.
Yeah,
but there was
I'm an apple fritter guy. I love apples.
I love apple fritters. I love apples. 100%.
Yeah, fucking apples are the way to go.
But if I'm going to go with a pie because no one else likes it, I'm going with the old school cherry pie. Cherry pie.
I'm going chocolate pie. But if I'm going fruit, I'm going apple. And no, I wouldn't. I love cheesecake, Ken, but I don't. It's not Thanksgiving. I don't fucking want cheesecake on Thanksgiving. Fucking Pilgrims weren't making. The Pilgrims weren't making cheesecake.
No, they didn't have that.
Okay.
You know what's weird about my wife though? Do you know this about her? She doesn't eat warm fruit. So no pies. No. If the fruit is warm, Brooke is a no.
Why do every time we say the word pie, do I go back to the Attitude Era and think about The Rock?
I think about American pie.
Talking about pie.
I think about when he fucked the pie.
Yeah.
Respect him. It is a good, that was the greatest era. And we're going to get into that at the end. Something I want to talk about, the state of wrestling. Fucking WWE's falling apart.
Falling apart. Making more money than they've ever made, though.
But
breaking numbers.
But they are cutting everybody.
Yeah, fans jumping. You see last night, the fan jump over the crowd, whoop the fuck out of Seth.
Beat his that fan. You need to sign him. Instead of prosecuting, sign him.
I remember when wrestlers used to be able to beat up the fans, not the other way around.
Do you remember that back in the day? That would have happened. They'd have signed his ass, and he'd have been a heel, and he would have been over. He'd have been over immediately.
Yeah, he'd have got his ass beat.
But yeah, they can't. It's fucking crazy. All right, so at the end of the day, Gary's a cake man. I'm a pie man. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, he's not a cake man because that's not a time for cake.
It's not a time for cake. It's for Thanksgiving.
So he's a chocolate
Again, the Pilgrims weren't making cake.
Yes. All right, so we covered how do you feel about the dressing that's cooked in the turkey's ass? I haven't heard anybody stand up for the dressing.
They haven't.
And they're lying. They just don't want to get the smoke.
They haven't.
Nobody's got the balls to say,
I feel like you're skipping over. I'm looking over here at the list, and you're skipping over something because I know you don't want the smoke for John Little.
No, that's why that's big.
Okay.
I'm going to come to that.
Because he betrayed me.
Don't worry. I've got some smoke for that.
Okay. Because it's bullshit, segment. Randy.
I know, but I'm going to put a star there. We're not going to miss that. Don't you worry, sir. All right, so nobody jumping in. Jessica, thank you about the cherry pie. It's me and you, the only people on earth left that prefer that. This is an interesting question. All right.
Are we talking about Warrant's cherry pie?
Which is a great album.
And I love that kind of cherry pie.
Yeah, everyone does.
Right.
Or any red-blooded American male.
Straight.
Should love it.
Right.
All right, so what do? I hate my husband's family, and I don't know if I can fake my way through another Thanksgiving meal. This is a great question.
Right, it is a great question.
This is a real question.
All right,
I'm going to let you go first, sir.
All right, so here's my answer to that. Sometimes when we're married, we do things for our spouses not because we love doing them, but we love them. I don't know enough information there. So there's a lot of times I'm around people that I might not care for, but I do it out of love for my wife. Now, my wife will tell you I don't always do it the right way. Hence why apparently half the family's not coming to Thanksgiving this year.
My wife would say the same thing.
But I do it, and, family's family. And so unless it's just unbearable and they've attacked you, they're constantly ridiculing you, they've made it clear they don't want you around, I think you put a fake smile on for an hour and a half. You eat the pie. You go home and you give the husband some pie, and you call it good.
Yes. I mean, I think my answer is if you're in a good marriage,
Yes.
you got to take it in the ass once a year.
Right.
If this is what it is, if it's just the Thanksgiving every year, because they're saying like, I can't fake my way through another Thanksgiving. If it's just one, just do your fucking thing.
Right. And here's the deal. No offense to her. I don't know who she is, so I'm not saying she's a bitch, but here's the deal, bitch.
Sure.
You fake orgasms with your husband all the time, so you're good. You can fake, okay? Like, it is what it is. You fake all the time. You go to work and you're around people you don't like and you fake it. And
we all do that.
So you're faking it in other places, so just do it.
Now, here's Tony stepping in. You're the woman, and you do what the man tells you to do. So if he wants his family there, you be cool with the dinner and wash those dishes with a smile on your face.
Well, Tony's wife's probably not on Facebook right now, with all due respect to Tony.
No, Tony's going to get that ass whooped.
Yeah.
I know his woman. She must be offline right now.
Right.
He'll take an ass whooping for that. Listen, we love women here. We like strong women. Our wives, I'll be honest, my wife scares me a little. There's a scotch, a piece there that I know is unsettled. So I'm not going to press that.
I sleep with one eye slightly open. I'm not going to lie.
But I do think, like, there comes a point where, and it's like you're talking about, that you don't have enough information, and neither do I. But if there's a point where you're miserable for a reason that's justifiable,
right?
Like either you're mistreated there or some other bullshit, then fuck it, don't go. Like, eventually, I don't see anything wrong with being like, look, all they do is fucking beat my ass over there. They treat me like shit.
Don't take up for
they
me.
make fun of me, or they dog what I do for a living. And at that point, she's got to step the fuck up and be like, guess what? We're going to do Thanksgiving elsewhere.
Right. And no. He needs to step the fuck up.
Yes, because it's the husband's family. Yes.
Right.
He would need to say, listen, family, you don't treat my wife like shit. I've been getting her here for 4 years.
Right.
She can't take it no more. We're going to make plans elsewhere.
Right. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Kiss my ass.
Right.
I'm taking this fucking mud pie with me, though. Take this Mississippi mud
This
with
Mississippi
me.
mud.
I'm out of here, motherfucker.
Taking that, and Mom, next year I want you to mail that
Throw
to
me those rolls, too, bitch.
Right.
Throw me the fucking rolls. Tony said, please don't tell her I said that. I was joking. Absolutely. So Angel says, for me, if it's agreed that it's okay, you don't go. Then don't go.
Is this Angel's podcast? Did they email Angel and ask Angel her advice?
Now, but she's leading into a good point that I was going to go to here with a lot of people. And I mean, this goes with this woke society, right? And this new, like, attention to mental health, and it's important, take time for you. And the holidays are hard for some people. And I get that. Yeah. So a lot of people get, like, I love Thanksgiving, Christmas. That's my shit.
Love it.
It's my shit. A lot of people seem to, for some reason, choose, and I think it's because we have so many people that are arbitrary in nature, that they choose to turn against the holidays, and that's when they're like, this is when my depression hits. I hate the holidays.
Yeah, fuck, I love the holidays.
Dude, I love them. And I love them when I was broke.
Yes, me too.
I love them if I've got money.
Me too.
It's not
no.
that. It's not that.
Christine hated the holidays when I married her, and she loves the holidays. And I think it's just all in your attitude and your mindset. And to me, it's about family and gathering and just remembering how good the year's been. And
that you're still alive.
Oh my God, I'm not dead. God, I love the holidays.
You're still here.
I mean, the house is already decorated. Your house is already decorated.
By the way, that leads me into a question that's not from a listener. This is from Uncle Randy.
Yes.
It surprised me that you're a white lights guy.
Yeah, I am.
Because I equate white lights to rich people that grew up rich.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of the trailer park.
Yeah.
So I like the colors, and it makes me feel like I love the trashy Christmas.
So I love the trashy Christmas. Okay. I love the colors.
But even the Copes have white. Very nice.
They do.
They look very good.
And I don't know, the older I've got, the calmer I like it. And we went all white. And
we went Marshall Bill's like you.
We went a whole nother level with the white this year.
It's very good. I've seen it. It's very nice. Very clean.
Yeah, I like the clean. I like the look. I like how it makes me feel pulling down there. Don't get me wrong. Mad respect for the
when you pull
the gingerbread house out there. I love it. No, I'm not even saying that in a smart ass way. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went white. Shit, I'm a little bougie now, I guess. Redneck bougie.
And
I mean, not downtown Canton bougie.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But I'm still a little bougie.
I'm just like, to me, and this is just me speaking. So when I think of white lights, I think okay, so your inside of your house probably looks like Kirkland's or some shit. You know, like that's how I picture it.
Yeah.
Right? No one smokes cigarettes in there.
Yeah.
When I see the color, I'm like, somebody in that family smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
Probably Winston's.
Right.
You know, some gangster shit.
Right.
Not going to get a whole lot under the tree. House looks great.
Right. Yeah, no.
House looks amazing.
No, I like classic. And you know what else I like? I think this year was really important to me. I mean, let's just be honest. We're the fucking Clampets up in our neighborhood. We roll up in there. First time I meet my neighbors, they're telling me all what to do. And just to freak them the fuck out, they're like, what do you do? I said, I run a wrestling promotion.
Yes.
Just to see the look on their face.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, we're the white trash of the hood. And so I think they were expecting the crazy color lights.
Yeah. So you hit them with the reverse
boom,
psychology.
I wanted to come with some class. First house in the neighborhood, setting the standard high. Bring it now.
So how do you feel about mixing lights when people do white and color? See, I'm not about it.
Well, I'm about freedom, Randy.
Okay. Hey, that's true.
Fucking America.
Yeah, it is America.
You know, you got a right to be wrong.
No mandates.
No mandates. So I'm about fucking up that.
Oh, that's the store I was... what? Yes, it is Kirkland's.
Yes.
See, even your wife agrees.
Oh, our house is over. Like, so our tradition, so for 8 years now,
I nailed it with the Kirkland's.
December 26th, we go Christmas decorating shopping.
Oh, because it's fucking 90% off.
So it's almost like the amount of Christmas shit we have is unbelievable.
By the way, you'll be paying what it normally costs this year because of the inflation.
Well, of course.
Like you'll just be paying normal price.
BB before Biden.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, and I get it. Listen, don't get me wrong. Brooke comes from a family that does all white lights.
Right.
I come from color lights. Half the strands are out, maybe blinking, other ones aren't.
No.
And it's just, and I love to ask people that. I think it's a great, because everyone's so different, have different feelings. They're tied. Usually there's a team there. They all look great. To me, all the lights are for kids.
Yes.
I know I like it, but it's for kids coming around.
Right.
Like, when people don't participate, it chaps my ass.
Yeah.
It's fucking Christmas.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what my neighbors are going to do.
That I'm about to annex from Silvertown, a whole street.
No one does
No lights yet. None. Not even a Christmas wreath outside on one street, the whole strip.
No.
You're fired.
Got to be gone.
You can't be in Silvertown.
I think you at least have to give them to Black Friday. If Friday comes and there's nothing on there, they're out. I made the decision. As an honorary member of Silvertown, you're fucking out. Already proved at the Wiffle Ball tournament I run this fucking town anyway.
But
so.
I'm just telling you, and I agree 100%. Like, I mean, I'm trying to wait until the day after Thanksgiving because I know a lot of people do it. But here's the deal. When you do that, and I've been a part of that before in families where it's like, we'll put it up there. We do it together after Thanksgiving.
We do that to our tree. Our tradition is the day after Thanksgiving, we go get the tree.
My thing is, though, you don't get Linda. Love her, by the way. She's white lights now, but she grew up with the color, the big bulb lights.
Oh, Linda grew up with color lights, no doubt.
But you don't get to enjoy them long.
No.
Like if you do it at Thanksgiving,
it's so much work, man, for 30 days.
3 weeks to 4 weeks. And that's it, bro. I'm going to invent, and I've talked about this. I know it's probably out there, but I'm going to put it out under the Uncle Randy brand. And perhaps you'll want to get into this financially when you hear the idea because we'll make millions. I'm going to invent a light system that you can put on your home when you build it, when you custom build your home. Be like some recessed lighting, but on the outside. Mm-hmm. And you can change that shit from Valentine's Day to Memorial Day to 4th of July to Halloween to fucking Christmas.
Yeah, they're called LED lights.
It's all LED.
And you can do it.
It's all by
bust
remote.
It out. Yeah.
But you never have to take them bitches down, and it goes full bore. You can decide how hefty you want to go for Christmas.
Yeah. I always said June 30th, you're the last person to take your Christmas lights down. July 1st, you're the first to put them up. You know what I mean?
Dude, because we roll in this family straight out of Halloween to Christmas.
Yes. We do too.
There's not like a fall.
Everybody's like, what about Thanksgiving?
Like, Thanksgiving's cool and shit.
Yeah, I love Thanksgiving. But here's the deal. I don't need to decorate for Thanksgiving. Just fucking put that dry turkey on the table. Let's put on some shitty football, and let's get the family together.
Oh, Temple. Or Tempe Lee Vickery.
Oh, she's my fave.
Grew up in the house with Winston smokers. Good. Then you're like me. I grew up with Winston jackets because my dad would win the free fucking points. He smoked so much we'd get the Winston merch, bro.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing less cool though than showing up to a middle school dance smelling like Winston's when you're trying to get the chicks. That's why I wear too much cologne.
Got it.
Fucked me. Thanks for the Winston's, Dad. Plus, I would have been 6'3" if my mom wouldn't have smoked when I was young.
Right.
Fucking Dad's 6'6". Pisses me off. All right. So our final answer is deal with the shit.
America.
Put on a good face and go.
Go, yes.
Unless the shit's real deep and personal, then bounce.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, I'm going to save that question to last. This is a random goodie. Got to ask it.
Yeah.
Do you think Kyle Rittenhouse should be able to make money off of the tragedy that he was part of?
Of course. It's called the fucking free market. It's called fucking America. And guess what? They ran his fucking name through the mud for self-defense. He ought to have the entitlement to be able to make some money off of it. He's going to own CNN. They're going to call it the Rittenhouse News from now on.
Do you know how much they paid the little kid that the fake Indian guy?
Yeah, $250 million or something.
All right, that's a
drop
of piss compared to what they did to this kid. This is going to be Emperor Rittenhouse, by the way. He's already been offered a job in a congressman's office. He'll be an elected official one day. So just call him Emperor Rittenhouse.
Yes.
And he should make every
got
dollar
more testicles than 99% of Americans. Maybe I always say I have a small penis but big balls. And here's the deal: Rittenhouse has bigger balls than me,
dude. And the doucher that got his bicep blown off couldn't have been a better witness for the defense.
Who said, it was self-defense.
He was like, I was pointing my gun at him. But that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
I wasn't going to shoot him.
Right.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Right.
No more questions.
Yes. I tell people all the time, he might have been guilty of poor judgment showing up.
Sure.
But he was innocent.
100%.
I'm not always willing to lose friends over my views. My view is so staunch on that it was self-defense. I'm willing to lose friends if they so choose to lose friendship over that. You're not going to change my opinion on it.
100%. It chaps my ass when douchers are like, they were only hitting him with skateboards. I'm like, do you know what a fucking skateboard can do? You know what a fucking bottle can do?
We have a Rittenhouse skateboard shirt.
We got a dude in the ice house that died a few years ago from a pool cue.
Right.
So that skateboard?
Yes.
That's a fucking loaded ass weapon.
God forbid he stopped the flaming trash can that was headed towards the gas station where all the people
dude that
were.
Was a pedophile that messed with all the kids and said, I'm going to kill you, bitch, and reached for his gun.
Right.
If it's not the most textbook self-defense, there isn't anything, and America's gone. We're hanging on by a thread.
To me, it was a huge case to let us know there was a glimmer of hope in this country.
Without a doubt.
It killed me. Everybody kept talking about it, it was race-related. The motherfuckers he killed were white.
There was no black.
But the media never wanted to talk about that.
No.
He killed white people, and he was white.
By the way, the same day he was found innocent, a teenage black kid was found innocent for shooting people too. But nobody talked about it because that's not
good
sexy.
News. Right.
But it is good news for that young black man that also shot people in self-defense.
Yes.
Because my self-defense is for everybody. I don't care if you're Mexican, gay, white, black, woman,
of course.
Man. Somebody fucks with you,
right,
and you blow their arm off or kill them, good for you.
Yeah, I'm not a blind white loyalist. The guys in Brunswick, they're guilty.
Oh, they're fucking guilty. They're
fuckers. Guilty as fuck.
They were vigilantes.
Yeah, they were vigilantes, and they ought to fucking fry.
And they're going to. Because it's going to. They done fucked up because the Rittenhouse went one way. Right. This is going to go.
But what everybody keeps talking about is some race thing. Like, I don't see any of my white friends defending the guys in Brunswick. I'm sure there's some out there, but they're not. No. They're fucking wrong.
Those fucking guys. They're going to burn. Do we still have the chair here? I think so. Do we have the death penalty in Georgia?
Yes.
All right, so that one was easy. All right. Well, we kind of touched on this. I have a question. Why the hell does Unc put mayonnaise in his mashed potatoes? We already answered that. Because he wins.
His fucking country. Wins. Southern.
Yeah, championship.
Fucking
and
fake
it's only
shit.
Duke's mayonnaise, son. So Uncle Randy's a Duke's loyalist. All right? If you don't know anything about Duke's, why don't you just read the story on Duke's, sons? That's why that's the only brand that'll be in Uncle Randy's home. And because my nanny told me she would hit me with a switch if I picked a different mayonnaise. So that's in there. All right, so guys, why aren't there any Thanksgiving themed songs? It's bullshit. Every other holiday has good music, but Thanksgiving.
No, and we don't need a fucking because it's not about the. It's just getting us ready for Christmas. It's about the food. Okay?
It's all about the food.
It's sitting around thanking God that some fucking folks came over here, took this fucking land, and now we live in the greatest country ever.
Yes.
And we're thankful for what God's done and how blessed we've been.
What's still left of it.
And what's left of yeah. And it's not about songs. It's just the foreplay to Christmas. And it doesn't need a song.
That's fair. So did you hear the clip tonight? It just came out. You may not have heard it yet. It was right before you got here. I was allegedly on the crapper scrolling. And they have a clip of Biden reading, of course, another speech that he's reading because he can't form his own thoughts.
Right.
I mean, we all know that. But he actually reads it, and then he reads end of quote.
Yes, I saw it.
Can you believe that? That's Ron Burgundy.
Yes.
So we got Ron Burgundy.
Right.
As president, where they're like, you can't put anything on the prompter or Biden will read it. Fucking incredible.
Like, I can't believe they haven't at least moved to a lookalike and put them in place giving the speeches.
Some of the AI that we've got. And some fucking special lab.
You know.
Dude, is there a worse vice president or a least relevant vice president?
Well, apparently she became the first acting female president ever. When he had his ass scope the other day. And everybody was talking about what a powerful moment that was. What a fucking powerful moment. But I ain't going to lie to you. Whole conspiracy, Gary, was surprised it came out of that alive because I thought, I think they're waiting that he's got to do 2 years. If he's 2 years in a day, she can finish his term and still run for 2 more terms.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good theory.
Yes.
They'll off him. Well, they'll pull him off the meds.
Yeah,
because right now, what's keeping him around is some special med.
Yeah,
that holds off dementia.
He can't complete a sentence
that not everybody else can get access to yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you can clearly tell it.
Yeah.
And right now, he's in the running for the shittiest presidency since Carter, which will be the worst.
He makes Carter like Reagan.
Fucking shit. That's hilarious.
He makes Carter look like Reagan.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. All right. So this is a random one. This comes thank you of the ladies at Jill Craven, by the way. Because my niece works there.
Okay.
You're a celebrity there.
All right.
So they're all watching, and she was like, we come up with some crazy shit here at work. And so she sent this question in. She said, here's a Thanksgiving-themed question. Would you rather sweat gravy or cry cranberry sauce?
Well, I don't fucking cry, so I'm going to sweat gravy.
Well, see, I'm going the same way. Yeah. But because I don't want to sweat gravy, so I'm going to say cry cranberry because Uncle Randy doesn't fucking cry.
Yeah.
So that way I don't have to smell like gravy.
Oh, so what you're saying is because you don't cry, I'm changing mine.
Yes.
I don't fucking cry.
Yeah.
My tear ducts are broke.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm dead inside.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. All right, so now we got to circle back to the John Little beef. All right, listen, this is breaking news, son. So people normally think that old Gary and the mayor are, brothers.
Let's back up for a minute. The people think that, and Gary thought that.
Until this.
There's certain things you can do to me that I can forgive. You know what? But there's some things, man, that just hurt to the bone. And what John Little did to me.
By the way, when I read this, I thought he done fucked up for real.
No, he did fuck up for real.
But I thought this was like, we're not going to say the name fuck up.
No.
And it was like that.
He ain't that stupid.
At first. Like
no, it wasn't that kind of fuck up.
Because I don't normally see you say anything, so I was like, this might be what the fuck.
So let me set the stage for you.
Yes, do it.
So one of the great things about Christmas, besides the fact that Jesus was born, the fact that Santa comes down the chimney, the fact that the elf sits on the shelf, the fact that we get to decorate our house with color lights or white lights.
The bank account gets emptied.
The fact of the matter that we go out on Thanksgiving night and we fight people for a 75-inch television, and the great fuckingness that makes Christmas. The fact that our wives, at least once between Thanksgiving and Christmas, are going to come to bed in a red thong and a Santa hat.
For sure.
There's great things about Christmas. But the best of them all is that Little Debbie flies to the North Pole every year. I've heard rumors that it starts around August, the making. They go out there and they mix this snow together from the North Pole, and Little Debbie sprays her sugar on it, her sprinkles on it. She brings her custom, I've heard they're 24 karat gold cookie molds, and they make Little Debbie Christmas trees. And they're amazing. I don't know what it is about them.
They are amazing.
I think it's the fact that they're a triangle, so it's almost like the first bite of a pizza,
Yeah.
and then it just gets wider and wider. Is there a little bit creamier than normal? Just the right amount of sprinkles. I'm not a sprinkles guy.
The green Pop Rocks.
The green Pop Rocks, they're amazing. And people battle in stores over them.
Yeah.
I've always had a hookup, so I've never had to do that.
Yeah.
But then this year,
I buy in bulk.
I think the good Lord knew. I like to think, because we have such a shitty president, that the good Lord knew I need to bless the people of America. And Little Debbie came out with Little Debbie Christmas tree ice cream. At first, when I saw it on TikTok, I thought it was fake news.
Mm-hmm. Justifiably in the
thrown out by the liberals to get us fat rednecks excited about something that wasn't true.
Divide the country further.
But then I begin to see friends that I trust and have a bond with post pictures of the Little Debbie Christmas tree ice cream. I did something that I very rarely do. I humbled myself and I got on Facebook. And I told the masses I couldn't find any Little Debbie Christmas tree ice cream. Told them I had been to 8 locations all in one night. And the tribe went on the prowl. One person found me some ice cream. Stopped by the church to drop off the ice cream. I'm not even going to mention her name because I don't want her in the middle of this beef between Canton and Woodstock. But her name's Crystal. And she found some. She stopped by the church and I wasn't there. And as I put the story together, it would appear upon leaving me, she ran into John Little. And John, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sure I will see Gary soon. Can I take that ice cream and keep it in my freezer safely?" He said, "Hey, I'll take that ice cream." He took the lid off that ice cream. He pulled a spoon out of the drawer. He stuck that spoon in the ice cream and began to eat the ice cream. And then he began to mock me and send me pictures of him eating my Little Debbie ice cream.
See,
it's unacceptable.
Dude.
It's not acceptable.
Okay, I didn't know this whole story. So now.
Yeah. The pain that I felt, my wife knew the pain. Her
what
friend.
About the betrayal from both?
Right. Her friend Jessa tried to make me some homemade to ease the pain. It's not the same. It was the thought was sweet.
I get the
thought.
Yes, it's.
But it wasn't it wasn't the same. Little Debbie wasn't on the container.
No, and now you got to be upset because your face didn't love what she tried to make.
Right.
Out of the goodness of her heart.
Had she made it and I'd not known about the original, I'd been like, "Oh man, this was so nice of you."
But instead, you eat it and you're like, "Thanks."
You know, I had to eat it and I couldn't even compare it. You know why I couldn't compare it? Because I've never tasted the real one.
Yeah,
it's eluded me.
Expectations are so high.
It's eluded me, and my friend, former friend, John, ate my fucking ice cream, and then gloated about it, and then talked shit about it. He didn't apologize for it. He didn't say I had a moment of weakness. He didn't say, "Forgive me, Gary." He didn't say, "Hey, I'll make it up to you, and the next time I'm in the store and I find one, I'll buy you 2 to make up for the 1." He just basically gloated, laughed, thought it was funny. And he ate my fucking Little Debbie ice cream.
There's really no way out of explaining that. So no matter what he says, that was some bullshit shit right there. Let me tell you something, though.
There's no coming back from it.
Let me give you a little picadillo into the psyche of Uncle Randy here, sons. I'm going to do a shot just because this is serious shit right here, sons. So write this down. All right, Uncle Randy will do a lot of shit, sons. Hell, he wins everything he does. One thing he won't do, you can take this to the bank. Hell, you can put it in your dick hole and fuck it. I do not share dairy with anybody. No. Nobody. It is unsanitary. I'm not going to let you lick my ice cream and lick my ice cream. I don't want your spoon in my ice cream. So John has hurt you as well as offended me.
He's broke the ultimate bro code.
In many, many ways. The only person that I have let lick my ice cream and then I've licked it begrudgingly, not happily, is my wife.
Right. You have to let her lick
and
your
I
cream.
don't like it. And she knows that.
Right.
But that's
if you wanted this ice cream, you should have got your own.
And we exchange every bodily fluid known to man. Yeah. But I would prefer she not lick my ice cream.
Right.
That's just me.
Did you see what Christine wrote on here? He yells at our daughter for eating his ice cream. So John Little is for sure on the list. I'll buy you ice cream.
Sure.
I'll buy you any ice cream you want.
Prior to him doing this.
But when I have my own ice cream, I don't want you to fucking eat it. No. And the fact that somebody took enough time to fight through the masses at a store, put it in their buggy, decided they were going to bring me some ice cream, and John Little had so little respect. I just feel like the years I've known him has been a charade.
So
I performed his wedding.
But how did the girl that's the mark in the story fall for this? Why didn't she be more protective?
That John Little charm.
Was it?
Was it the mayor?
The mayor?
Fucking mayor.
That's true.
Hey, I want to give you a political speech here. I will get the ice cream to Gary. That's my John Little impression. And then he fucking ate it.
He's still sour about the popsicle contest.
He's still pissed. He's pissed that he didn't get to be a fucking Canton horseman, even though he doesn't live in Canton. And then he put together a great horseman group.
That's exactly what it is. This is payback about the horseman.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
It just pisses me off.
Here's the deal. So Jessica gets it, all right? She says, oh, my God, I don't eat dairy like that, but the fact that you think that makes me feel so much better. I don't share any dairy or non-dairy product. Even as a kid, I was like that. Listen, I'm the same way. I'm not big on, like, my kids. So I'm a grown man. I've raised 2 champions. One turned 8 today, the young one. Happy birthday to him. But so if...
He's out slaying chicks right now at 8.
Oh, he's working. He's got a job. That kid is working and paying his rent. I told him at 8, rent starts coming in.
I did.
So if I've got a fudge sickle, just an old plain fudge sickle, which is wonderful.
I love a fudge sickle.
And he comes, Daddy, when they're little, can I have it? I'm like, it's yours.
Right.
Because I'm not going to lick it again after you drool on it. I know you come from my ball sack.
And look, here's something else. Look at John Little fucking come in here and throw his wife under the bus. Can't even be a fucking man.
He did. He sure did.
And take responsibility. He throws that saint of a woman.
Look at that. I just put it on.
Under the bus.
Listen.
We know that motherfucker ate it. Confess now.
The listeners can decide.
Calm me down.
They can decide. Listen, so it's a horseman thing. Obviously, this is personal. But back to the sharing dairy. Listen, I know, and there's some people that have told
Linda's getting on his ass.
Yeah, because she wins. I love Linda as much as I love anyone, and I still haven't met her in person.
Yeah, I expect a full. The only even first step in us reconciling will be a full video of him apologizing, asking for forgiveness publicly, and now asking forgiveness from his wife.
I feel like he needs to have a press conference. Be honest. I think there needs to be a press conference with multiple people there. All the
I'm sure Reformation would let us host one there.
I mean, I think it's what the people need because at this point, it's no longer just a Gary Lamb problem.
Well,
this is upset a lot of listeners.
What I think is the problem. He's now divided Cherokee County because he was the mayor, loved, respected, but then you had the Godfather, me.
Yes,
people love, respect. Who now the Unc is in the middle.
Yes.
And the people just don't know of which person to turn to. But I do know this: very few are turned. Look at that, snitches get stitches. That's that coke coming out of it right there.
That's what you were talking about earlier.
And everyone knows fucking John did it.
Man, that's diabolical. One thing I got to give him credit for, that is diabolical.
Yeah.
Because if there's anything that your Facebook, if somebody went through the last month and wanted to like trend on the hot buzzwords, it would be Little Debbie.
Right.
Like you've talked about it in multiple posts.
Right.
How much this means to you.
Listen,
I love the cakes.
Listen,
I didn't even know there was ice cream till
I'm
you
not
said
going to cheat on my wife, but if I get a chance to bone Little Debbie, she's getting boned.
Oh, for hopes of impregnate her.
Boom. Because I feel like she would give birth to some kind of sweet,
like Dave Chappelle when he banged
chocolate
Oprah.
Something.
You want to bang Oprah and just win the lottery.
Right.
Little Debbie. Dude, trust me, the cakes are out of this world. I still have my doubts. When they do a cake to ice cream, I feel like it never works. If it's the same, then it's the nectar of the gods.
Everybody that I'm watching says it's amazing.
That it's
but guess what, Unc? I don't fucking know.
You know why?
Because fucking John Little.
Because John Little found out that
I'm fixing to make a shirt.
That he didn't live in Canton.
Right.
So he couldn't be a horseman.
Right.
It wasn't personal.
We encouraged him to form his own horse.
Yes,
and a great horseman group he formed.
An alliance of horsemen.
Right. He formed a phenomenal group. Matter of fact, I'm a little jealous of his group. I'm not going to lie.
That could work. Oh, Warren Thompson.
Right.
A G champion. Toughest son of a bitch in the world. I love that John added him to the horsemen, by the way. Warren's a mutual friend of ours and a badass. Fought on The Ultimate Fighter. Lion Fight. He's a champion kickboxer. Love him. But what John did is, at this point, it's unforgivable. I mean, I didn't hear the whole story. I wanted to be impartial because I love some mayor.
But now you've heard it.
Popsicle contest wasn't even close, though.
Right? No, it wasn't even close.
It was embarrassing.
I think he's realizing he's not champion grade. He lost the popsicle contest
by a
landslide. He couldn't be in the Horsemen, the Canton Horsemen. I mean,
dude, I saw Josh at Staples the other day.
Yeah,
Big Joshua.
Yeah.
Also, the other competitor in the popsicle contest. He just walked by and gave me the bird. Upset still about because he spit the popsicle.
Because he's a fucking champion.
Because
hold a grudge that many months later's championship.
But it's because he competes.
Yes.
Right? Because he wanted to win the champ.
Right. He wanted to be champ.
Nobody's going to beat him.
Nobody's going to beat him.
Not anybody around here.
No.
I know one guy that could challenge him from Alabama.
Yeah.
And it'd be. I would want to see it. Yes. I don't know who would win. They're like different human beings when they chug beer. But the point is the beating was so bad in the popsicle contest that people think it was like staged. And I just want you to tell people that wasn't staged.
It wasn't staged.
It was what it was. I mean,
John couldn't hang.
Just why I'm retiring from popsicle eating contests because I have nothing left to prove. All right, so we got a T-shirt that say "Little Debbie greater than Little John." That's a good shirt.
It's coming out tomorrow.
So that's a question I also wanted to ask you. So we talked about it earlier, kind of about your political feelings coming out with your T-shirt brand, which I support and love. But that gives you an outlet, right, to be able to, whenever you want, throw any middle finger you want to anyone or anything.
Yeah, as long as it's not downtown in Canton, apparently. You can do it.
Yes. So I'm diving into that. That's the next question.
Oh, okay.
But so have you found, do you think there's a line that even Gary Lamb, or does Christine maybe keep you in line with this, cross on the T-shirts? Will you cross a line, do you think? Is that possible?
Yeah, I'm sure it's possible. Some people have sent me some stuff. I can't even think what those would be off the top of my head. But I wouldn't do them, mainly because I know they're so vulgar and so out there that no one's going to buy them. So what's the point in printing them? And it's all about the dollar to me. So,
but does it hurt you if you just put a design on the website that you've never made?
No.
You don't lose anything.
No, not till they order. I don't print it till they order it.
Exactly. So what does it matter if you put a fuck John Little?
Right. Yeah.
Fuck John Little for mayor.
Yeah. Fuck the mayor. That's going to be the
fuck the mayor.
Right.
Or fuck Woodstock.
Right.
You could go that deep. Are we going to steer into this war? He started the war.
Do I blame Woodstock
Maybe
for the inadequacies of its mayor?
They support him though. Those are his people. I don't know.
But hold on. Here's how I'm going to let it play. I'm going to see if the Woodstock people do support him through this treachery.
Yeah, because if a Woodstockian delivers you some ice cream,
right, that could make up for it. It squashes it for Woodstock.
Yes,
it doesn't squash it for John.
Yes,
okay, it doesn't squash it for John.
This is hilarious because there are people all over this place. Like I've been looking for it for Gary everywhere. Multiple people.
Yeah, my tribe's amazing.
Champion Jessica says if she finds it while she's out and about, you can have it. You're getting Silver Townians to look for you, Little Debbie ice cream, sons. All right, so let's get into this, though. I want to dive into this.
Yes.
So, everybody that's listening or watching right now, I know you know this, but this is for the listeners, the thousands that download this show on audio, which, by the way, still Tennessee, number one state.
Tennessee, number one.
Don't know what's going on.
So California's falling off a little bit?
But Tennessee was the first number one, then California took it, and Tennessee's back as our number one download state. I mean, Or Georgia Battalion? I don't know. What's happening?
Well, I think the problem is most Georgians watch it live on Facebook, and that doesn't show up in the downloads.
Could be. But it's not really close. Tennessee, California, close. Next is Georgia. Not really close between those two.
Well, prophets without honor in his hometown. Jesus knew that. I mean, I'm not comparing this to Jesus, but I'm just saying, I mean, those that are called know.
It's the last. I would have picked a whole lot of other states. If they'd have said Georgia, California are out, I would have picked 10 other states before Tennessee.
Yeah.
It just shocks me. I don't know, but good. I want them here, so thank you for
welcome
listening.
Tennessee.
But so most people know Gary Lamb's a promoter, puts on events worldwide. People from all over know these events. They come over. We got Barbecue and Brews.
Is
that the staple?
Barbecue and Brews.
Is that what you're proud of the most?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm proud of the most. It's the first.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a fucking huge-ass event.
Yeah.
You got others all over the place. So I find out recently from you in a very strange little exchange. You didn't really put much on there. I could just kind of feel there was some smoke there with Gary Lamb in the city of Canton, which shocks Uncle Randy.
Yeah.
But doesn't shock him.
Broke my heart.
I know the political bodies of Canton.
Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah.
Than maybe you and I lean toward politically in some regards. But so what happened? What's going on?
Well, what happened is I have been putting on festivals. First festival I ever held was in Canton about 7 years ago. We held it downtown.
And very proud Cantonite.
Love Canton.
You've always pushed Canton.
Proud of this town. Would venture to say, as much as anybody have, and I don't mean that arrogantly, have done as much for people in this community as anybody.
You and Fire Marshal Bill are probably the two most loving of the city of Canton of people I've ever met.
Yeah, I feel like, though, I'm beginning to feel like the high school guy that loves someone they don't love you back.
It's always tough when you love the bitch.
Yeah, when she doesn't love you back. And every year, a little pissing contest. It got to where they wouldn't really push my events, wouldn't do stuff. But I think they were so successful that they couldn't overlook them. And so it was kind of like, let's throw enough bones to keep it happy. So every year for my fall festival, Canton Tourism would come along. I'd always go to Canton Tourism. And how tourism works is all the people who are hosting events present, and they ask for money. And it's amazing to sit in this meeting and watch people that literally have an event that draws 100 people ask for $5,000 or $30,000 and for an event that's never happened. And I just decided early on I would never ask the city for money. Mm-hmm. What I would do is ask the city to waive some of my fees. Okay. Make it a little better. So, for example, not charge me the permit fee. Yep. Not charge me the rental fee to do the stage. Not charge me for the police officers that went on duty.
And because you feel like you've earned this equity.
And I also feel like my events bring more outsiders in the city, and that's what tourism is. Yeah. Outsiders coming into our city.
But you didn't ask for this stuff on your very first event.
Right.
Like you didn't walk in
No, I
free
actually,
officers, free permits.
I didn't ask for it for almost 3 years.
Fair.
And so every year they've agreed to it. This year we were getting ready for Canton Fest. We were going to move it back downtown. The merchants downtown had literally begged me to come back downtown because Barbecue and Brews had got so big we had to move it away from downtown.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
We moved it to Etowah River, and then during COVID we moved to the Mill. And
is it possible to say it was too packed this year?
Yeah, that's why it's got to go back to Etowah River. It was too packed.
I would say that.
Of course.
It was tough to move.
Yes.
I couldn't really breathe.
So we were going to bring this fall event back. The last 3 years, they've agreed to it. This year, I go and I present, and I didn't get an answer. And I thought it was kind of odd. I kept following up. I didn't get an answer. And then they had a city employee call me. He was just the messenger. Good guy. Just doing what he was told to do. He said, "Hey, I need to ask you a couple of questions." And I said, "Okay." He said, "Man, are you planning on doing wrestling at the festival?" And I said, "Well, I don't know that we're planning on doing wrestling. We have an hour between switching over from the first two bands to the last two bands." And I said, I thought it would be really cool. It's a Halloween festival for the kids. If the wrestlers were dressed up like monsters and zombies. And
why would that matter? That's fantastic.
And the kids would think that was really cool.
Gunnar loved it.
They loved it.
The Pikachu dude was a huge hit.
And so that was at Tacos and Tequila, right?
And he was awesome.
Right. And so he's like, "Well, you didn't put that on your application." I said, yeah, I also didn't put I was going to have live music on my application.
Yeah.
I just put I was going to host a festival.
Yeah.
And he said, well, if I've been told to tell you that if you do that, you won't receive tourism money this year.
So they're throwing bureaucracy.
So I thought that was a little weird. I was
tape.
like, over wrestling? That seems a little stupid to me.
Yeah.
And then the zinger came. Well, there's one more thing. I was like, okay. None of the vendors can do anything political, sell political stuff. I said, so do you mean the vendors can't sell anything political? Or really I can't sell anything political? They just don't want it down there. I said, okay. I said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my African-American vendors and tell them they can't sell their Black Lives Matter stuff. Yeah. Well, I said, politics goes both ways.
It's true.
So I'm going to let them the city of Canton said they can't do it.
Ooh,
and
did his dick shrivel up?
No, I mean, he was just a message. He said,
I get it, but
I'll relay the message. But I could hear he did not want to make the phone
at the end
calls.
of the day, it's the mayor.
City manager, mayor, council, I don't know who it is. I have some good ideas on who it is. So, man, I thought about it. So I called back for some clarification.
I would chat my
I
ass,
said, let me get this straight. I said, I agree not to sell any political shirts, which is going to cost me $3,000 to $4,000 that day. I said, you're walking through, there's 200 vendors. You walk into the last vendor's booth, and he's got a fuck Joe Biden coffee cup that I didn't know he had. I said, so now you're holding back my tourism
you're not
dollars.
Going to get the dollars, yeah.
And I've lost all the sales from the T-shirts I didn't get to sell.
Yeah.
I said, just need to ponder on that. So the next day I had a meeting. So I thought I had come to a conclusion. It was a gut check time for me. The city fees would have been $5,000-$6,000 is what they normally add up to, which is a nice chunk of change for a free event.
Yeah.
So
sure,
I'm not charging admission, so saving $5,000 or $6,000 is nice.
Absolutely.
I remember telling people to take a stand. I remember telling people that you don't bow down if it means you're going to lose your job and it's your conviction. Yeah, so I just decided I wasn't going to do it. So I walked in politely as possible. I let them know. I said, hey, thank you guys so much. Keep your tourism dollars. I'll pay all the fees this year, and we'll just run as planned. Instantly, I could tell the look on their face that was not the answer they wanted.
Yeah.
I said, well, is that a problem? I'll need to run it by the proper people. And going back and forth, it came to me that regardless of whether I paid all the fees for a private event, the wrestling was still not allowed. Political stuff was still not allowed. So I began to make phone calls. I began to get to the heart of it. Over and over and over, it was basically, to sum it up, told to me, that's not the crowd we want in downtown Canton.
Yeah, that's the mayor, by the way.
We have established a downtown that reaches a certain demographic. No, the fuck you haven't. You've established a downtown that nobody comes to unless you're doing events.
They want upper middle class white people.
Right. But what an insult to say, what, you go to a wrestling show and it's a bunch of toothless fucking rednecks?
And you're poor?
What a fucking insult.
That's very insulting. Or that you're not black.
Yeah.
A lot of black people love wrestling.
Right. What was funny, though, was the last 3 years when the Cherokee Democrats had a booth at my festivals, no one complained.
No.
When people were selling Black Lives Matter stuff at my festivals, no one complained. When the elections were going on and I had all kinds of candidates on both sides selling stuff, no one complained.
Yeah.
But I was just more insulted by the fact. So basically what it came down to me was I was not going to do the event. I was going to go post everyone's emails on Facebook, and I knew I'd be fine because I'd sell 1,000 T-shirts online through that, and shit, I'd make all my money back, and I'd have to put on a festival. Mm-hmm. In the end, they allowed me to move it to Etowah River because apparently you can do that shit at Etowah River. That's acceptable, but our bougie fucking downtown isn't.
No, that's the hypocrisy within the fuckery.
Right.
What that is. That's as insulting to
I had made a commitment to the city, meaning the residents. I had made a commitment to our vendors that we were going to host that event. And so I went through with it, but I'll never do another event on city-owned property again. If that burns bridges for me not to be able to win other events in town, then it is what it is. I'm not for sale. My convictions are not for sale. And you have a downtown that literally, if you're not doing a First Friday and it's not dinner time, is a dead downtown. That's not a knock on anybody in charge. It's a county seat. Yeah. But let's get our head out of our ass and what downtown should be. What an insult to every merchant downtown that you can't even fucking draw a crowd. And I was going to draw thousands of people down there to support them that day. over some political shirts. Well, the funny thing is most of the merchants downtown have bought my political shirts from me because they all feel the same way.
But you wouldn't tell a vendor that wanted to come in and put like fuck Trump shirts out, you wouldn't tell them no.
Right.
Which is
no, I wouldn't at all.
You'd be like, sir,
if I had a shirt that said fuck Trump and I thought it would sell, I'd sell it.
Yes, you would.
So that's what people don't know about me.
That's the part that chaps my ass because it's not like you'd be like, no, you can't set up a booth. You'd be like, sure, see what happens. It was
just insulting to me that I've poured so much into this town. I've put on great events in this town, and what bothered me the most is none of those people that I've done so much for had the testicular fortitude. That's balls for those of you who live in Pickens County. To call me and have a discussion with me. You send a guy who I respect and I like, but is an hourly employee, and I'm not going to chew his ass, and you make him be the bad guy. Yeah. It was horse shit, and it made me lose all respect. But here's the deal. This town has never been supportive of small business. That's why every small business owner talks about this town behind their back. They've had their head up their ass on what their illusion is, on what they want to build in this town. And the reality is downtown Ball Ground has surpassed downtown Canton. Downtown Woodstock is 15 times surpassed downtown Canton. And we're still talking about the potential of downtown Canton.
We suck the dick of downtown Woodstock.
We suck the dick of everything.
Woodstock is incredible. And I thought that, and this disappoints Uncle Randy in a couple of ways, but the biggest is I thought maybe we were on our way.
Me too.
to catching up to Woodstock.
Right.
Downtown Woodstock's fucking phenomenal.
Right.
I lived in Acworth before here. I'm going to tell you honestly, if they were the same distance and I could go to one, I would go to downtown Woodstock.
Right.
Just write it down.
Right.
Because I can walk, I can drink my beer, got cool ass shit. Guess what? Some hippie shit too. There's some cool ass little hippie shops, some little hippie bars at downtown Woodstock. No discrimination here. I love that everybody's represented at downtown Woodstock. Fantastic. So the political part is brought on by the people at Kent, not by you.
Right.
You didn't bring the politics like the sides.
Right.
They chose to take, which is what chaps my ass too. And it's a bad move by the mayor. I'll say it. I think it's the mayor. I know the mayor's a big dim. This is the deal. A lot of people like him. Very nice, whatever. But that's some fuck shit. And he's fucking himself. He's fucking himself.
And at the end of the day, I'm tired of playing games. I'm tired of trying to go where I'm not wanted. Canton's the only city I deal with that looks at outside events as competition. I have Cartersville begs me to come. I have another meeting December 2nd with a city that's begging me to come. So go where you're wanted. Well, and I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I have the mill. The mill is a great addition to Canton.
Well, Cartersville loves you.
Cartersville wants me to add in 2 festivals this next year. I mean, and I hope the mill eventually gets to the stage where they just realize, man, and they will, that they can do their own thing. The mill has every, and I'm not speaking for the mill, so let me clarify that very much here, but the mill has every ounce of potential to become the downtown that downtown never will become.
So write this down. We haven't talked about this. Tonight we went to dinner for Gunnar's official birthday.
Yes.
And had hibachi. Just the family, sons. A little intimate dinner.
Yes.
Afterwards, we were like, maybe we'll go down to downtown Canton, look at the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And so I say to Brooke, I'm like, yeah, so we're going to the mill. That's what I consider downtown Canton, is the mill.
Right.
Just like you just said. And then I changed my mind because I just had hibachi. I want to be closer to a shitter after hibachi. Yes, I need to come home first.
Yes.
Got to drop the shitter off. And we didn't go yet. But what I consider downtown is the mill. And I'm probably most Canton people.
Right.
I think that the mill is downtown.
Yeah. Downtown Canton's good to eat. There's great restaurants down there. There's nothing to do afterwards. And now, I think the person in charge does a good job. She does a great job with events. But, I mean, the businesses down there know. I mean, Key's Jewelry shutting down after decades of business. The dance studio that's been around since I've lived here 20 years ago, shutting down. The Audio Intersection building still empty.
They also, they need to steer in to the younger demographic that has moved into Canton, that's young families. Yeah. And I know there's a lot of old money here, but you got to steer into similar to Silvertown, what we did here, sons. This was a neighborhood that was a lot of oldies. And then all the champions moved in with kids, young kids. And you guess what? We're the majority.
Right.
We are a voting body.
My wife and I literally spur of the moment Saturday, I looked at her and said, man, let's go walk around downtown Ball Ground. When I tell you this is not an exaggeration, there was 2,000 people in downtown ball ground
downtown
Saturday.
Ball Ground is very good. If they grow it can be fantastic.
They've got to stretch. But my point is, they get it.
They do. It's a real downtown.
So we left there. We drove through downtown Canton. Literally, there was 13 cars on Main Street.
Well, that to me, downtown
on a
Canton
Saturday
needs to. The optics need to be better.
Yeah.
Like the look. It's not one streamlined look in downtown Canton. You go to downtown Woodstock, dude, it is a thing, right?
Yeah.
Everything kind of matches. Same thing with downtown Ball Ground.
Yeah.
They've converted things, put a little breweries, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's cool. You got the burger bus there, always championship. My niece's boyfriend works there.
Yeah.
Great burgers, great chili burgers.
Great onion rings.
But I do got to say this because Jessica asked about this, about the liquor stores in Canton.
Just got
They
passed.
just got passed. But by the way, Uncle Randy's opening one.
Yeah.
It's going to be Silvertown Spirits.
There you go.
And if you don't think that motherfucker is going to be packed, listen, investors, maybe you. If people want in, hit me up. I'm already going through the processes. I'm trying to find a location. I want to open Silvertown Spirits, and we welcome everybody, sons.
Yeah.
Fireball for days. I'm going to have Fireball out. We're going to do a big opening. I already have inquired about the spot in the Publix parking lot, the empty old vape store.
Mm-hmm.
I want that right there on Riverstone.
Do not quote me on this. I could be wrong, and so I'll admit that. But my understanding is to open a liquor store, you have to own the building.
Yes, and you have to have a minimum of $500,000 worth of inventory.
Yes.
500,000.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So they've made it very difficult.
It's
going to be.
tough.
It's
That's
going to
just
be
why
a
I'm saying
very
the
large.
investor thing.
It's going to be a very large liquor store that has to come.
But the first one,
let's
I
be
think,
honest.
will be the groundbreaking one.
Well, and let's be honest. They already know who's fucking coming. They're the probably ones who pushed the law through. I mean,
yeah,
the vote through.
for sure.
So, and that's just politics. I'm not even saying that in a shitty way. That's just politics. Somebody's already coming. They've already bought the land. They're already getting ready to break ground on the land.
I know the power of the people. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. But if the people decide, when the people decide what their spot is,
Yeah.
that's their fucking spot.
Yeah, Jessica, I think you're completely wrong. Canton does not have the potential to be like downtown Woodstock. Canton's a county seat, and so you're always going to have the large majority of your buildings are going to be lawyers. They're going to be accountants catered around the courthouse. There's no high-density housing in downtown Canton, meaning condos. If Woodstock, nobody even drove to Woodstock. There's enough people that live within walking distance.
And they can ride their golf carts down
right,
there.
Right. So Canton doesn't have that type of potential. It's centered around the courthouse, and that's go to downtown Cumming. That's the same issue.
Yeah, but it could still be
a vibrant, thriving downtown.
Absolutely.
Make no mistake about it. And if you call downtown Canton vibrant any other time than First Friday, then your head is up your ass so far. But
I
again,
think she's talking about like the vibe, and I agree with her. Like the people that live here have a cool enough vibe, but again, you start fighting the politics of it, which is where. So, is there a point where you're like, I just don't want to fight the political fight?
There just comes a time where, I don't have to, like, my calling in life is not to fight the political fight. My calling in life is to put on events, pastor the church I pastor, and do what I do. And so I could give two shits about fighting with the city. Well, why, kick against the pricks? If they don't want you, knock the dust off, the sand off. There's plenty of towns that do want you.
Yeah.
So I can spend all my time fighting with Canton. And at the end of the day, my job is to provide for my family. Or I can go to towns that are literally rolling out the red carpet. And my goal is to host an event in every surrounding town of Canton once a year. And give them a big fuck you with every event I do.
So when you're at the mill, it doesn't go to the city?
No, the mill's privately owned development.
Okay. So I didn't know that.
Yes, it's privately owned development.
So you will continue to support
as long as they will have me. Yeah. After this podcast, the city might get on their ass about having me, so who knows?
You're kind of right in their wheelhouse.
So the mill's been very good to me.
Yeah. And so what
your parks, your city, your downtown, those are city-owned properties.
So are you able to comment on if it's no comment, just say that. Yeah. But your thoughts on the mayor of Canton?
I consider him a friend, to be honest with you. I performed his wedding.
So you don't think he's fucking you in the background here? which is a strong term. You can say no comment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't no comment shit.
Yeah.
That's
where I feel.
I think that...
Which is tough. We're getting at John Little territory.
What I bring to the table is not what their vision is for the city. But the reason my events turn out so well with so many people is because I am Canton. And the people of Canton are Canton. I call Canton's full of high-tech rednecks.
Yes.
It's not
that's
a bunch...
That's a great
right. I
metaphor.
always say this in our parking lot on at Sunday mornings. You're not going to see the $70,000 Mercedes out there that the doctor owns, but you're going to see the $70,000 pickup truck that the owner of the biggest construction company in Cherokee County owns. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that is Canton. Everybody's always like, "How do you draw so many people?" I just put a good rock and roll band up there. It's Canton.
No,
they don't want opera. They don't want
an 80s cover band.
Yeah, they want an 80s cover. They don't want a wine walk.
No.
They want a pub crawl from each pub.
100%.
They want a country band up there. It's not fucking brain surgery. So you can try to turn this into Alpharetta and Roswell all day long. And you know what? You might even succeed. It's not. But what you're going to do is you're going to have everybody leave here. We're going to move north to Pickens County. Yeah. And we're going to take over that county.
That's true. That fucking sucks, though. And listen, I don't know a whole lot about the mayor. The little bit that I do know, seems like a pretty nice guy. He's a Democrat, right? He is a Democrat by political affiliation. Yeah. He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Which, no problem. I got a lot of friends that are Democrats. And
I know that we've already hit a nerve because we already have the city people logging in right now watching. So we've hit a nerve.
But so, listen.
But the truth is the fucking truth.
I got no problem.
And anybody in the fucking city knows every story I just told you is the truth on what happened in the situation.
Well, what should upset people, right? And this is what upsets me. Listen, and this story is being shared to Uncle Randy. The same as it is to a lot of listeners, right? That didn't know the whole story. But like the weird insinuation about the wrestling and not being a good demographic, that's some fuck shit right there. Yeah. That to me is the most discriminating thing. Like it's like reverse racism.
It's reverse racism. It's reverse bigotry. To think you're so fucking arrogant that your type of crowd fits better downtown. I'm sorry, I thought the goal was to get people downtown who were going to spend money.
Have they not seen the different nationalities that your wrestlers are?
Right.
They're every nationality.
Right.
You have wrestlers of everything.
Yeah, have you not seen our crowd at wrestling?
You have them from Pikachu wears to like the fucking hard ass cool guys, the gangster guy. You got everything.
Yes.
And that's the same as the crowd. The crowd that's there is
here's
everybody.
The deal. At the end of the day, it was one of the most disgusting, arrogant things I've ever been part of in my life. That a group of people thought they were so much better than another group of people. And how dare those people come to their downtown? It was horseshit.
And enjoy what they like.
Deserve to be called out on it. And if it costs me everything, then it costs me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
because here's the deal. You're not going to cancel me out.
Oh, no. That's never going to happen. We're uncancelable. They can suck my big, fat, throbbing cock, son. So you can't cancel Uncle Randy. You can try. Right. I hope you try. Yeah. I would like the publicity, please.
And I love, I on a friendship level, though, some of those people in charge, I consider friends. I consider acquaintances. How about that?
They sell their souls to the devil.
But yeah,
when they get involved
politically
like that.
And vision wise, we don't line up, and that's cool. And I've always said I'm not going to fight the vision. So give me a vision, and I'll decide whether I can follow or not. Canton has given me what their vision is for their downtown. I don't buy into it, and so cool. I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go to Ball Ground. And I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go to Jasper. And I'm going to take my ball and go to Woodstock. And I'm going to take my ball and go to Cartersville. And I'm going to put kick-ass events on. And I'm not going to bring them to the town I love.
So the one that I think is going to hurt the most is when are you going to do something in downtown Ball Ground?
Yeah, there's a big meeting coming up soon.
When that kicks them in the dick hole,
right?
That one's going to hurt more than Cartersville.
Yeah, they called me.
That's right down the road.
And I have a meeting, and they called me a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going before their council here in 2 weeks to present a festival that they asked me to present. So,
it will behoove them to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
We could fucking flip. That burger bus will have never seen anything.
It's going to be
like
great.
It. That's fucking incredible, dude. But that chaps my ass, right? Because it's not just me, but as a citizen, as a Cantonite.
Right.
That bothers me because guess who loved the wrestling at Tacos and Tequila? My son.
Right.
And I did.
Right.
I loved it. My wife loved it.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it.
All those people standing around having a blast loved it.
We got closer access to the wrestlers than you do at Southern Honor.
Right.
We were closer to them. We got to be more personal with them. It was actually a treat, maybe not to the wrestlers because they're that close, but to the fans, it was fantastic.
And for the kids, it was great.
Yes. And so you're telling me what? My money's no good?
Yeah.
My tax dollars are no good? So that's just fucking incredible. That's a terrible political move by the folks that are making decisions. And in my opinion, you picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
And again, good for you to stand up for yourself there.
Well, how can I tell people to stand up, have a conviction?
But it's a lot of people would.
Yeah, I'm not going
good
to.
On you. Because you could have been like just never talked about it.
I could have never talked about it. I could have taken the tourism money and came out a lot better, but I'm not. I'm not for sale, and my convictions are not for sale. And that's just the reality of the situation. That stand, at the end of the day, I get to a lot of people. That's not a lot of money. That stand cost me $5,000 to $6,000, and
that's a lot of money.
But
to me.
You know what I mean. It is what it is.
So if they come back to you, right? So you do this festival in Ball Ground. It's a smashing success, which I hope and I expect it would be, because people in Canton love Ball Ground.
Right.
By the way, we go there a lot. We're right down the fucking street.
I love it.
It's fantastic. So it's a smashing success, and they come back to you and they're like, hey, Gary, all right, listen, let's all just relax. They put their hand on your shoulder. The mayor says, listen, maybe we went too far. You can sell your shirts.
Yeah.
What's your response to that? Are you like, thank you, bitch? No or yes?
I think the answer is probably no. It's probably I appreciate it, thank you, but you're dealing. At the end of the day, you showed your true colors when there was no backlash.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I gave you 6 years of great festivals, 6 years of busting my ass, 6 years of pouring in this community to have you shit on me that way. So no, you come home and some dude's railing on Brooke.
Yes.
And at the end of it, she's like, man, I'm sorry.
No good.
Yeah. Hey, love you. You broke my heart.
Yeah.
And it really is. That's the only way I know to equate it is it feels like a broken heart. Like, because again, when I tell you, I love this town. And I'm going to continue to serve this town. We just gave Canton the Bird on Sunday. We gave away, fed hundreds of families, and did it in 24 hours.
And that was my last thing I was going to touch on. So we'll wrap up with this. So the Give Canton the Bird.
Did we just stop?
Maybe the most.
Hey, did our live feed just die?
No, it may have had. I'm still. The show's is broadcast.
All right, it's back on mine. We're good.
All right, so giving Canton the Bird. So you come online, and you're like, listen, we need 68 more proteins.
Yeah.
In 24 hours.
Yeah, I think we needed
48 hours.
I think we needed 150 in 24 hours.
But you were done in 12 hours.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You had already posted up, like you guys have already surpassed the.
Yeah, and what 75% of all that had already come in before I even posted, just from us saying, go do it. My tribe's amazing.
So you're able to do that with just on social media, the power of social media. Do you not get anything from the city about that? Do they not say like, you know what, thank you? Because it's not like you sit here and relish in the give. Like you have literally never once, and this is our 6th or 7th show. You've never been like, dude, I give back all the time. We do we give, dude, we give. You've never talked about it. You literally don't. And so you go on, you do your giving Canton the Bird, which is funny, knowing the situation now, it's even funnier. But you literally feed 300 or more families with everything they need.
Everything.
To cook their own thing. It's not like you show up and embarrass them, give them some dinner already cooked, and you're like, guess who's the Superman? Yeah. No, you give them the ingredient, you let them make their dinner. And that's just a tragedy that's what the city is kind of rebuffing, to me, looking at it from as a voter.
And we don't do that. I mean, I don't expect the city to get involved with that. I get that. That's separation of church and state. We do that through our church.
But they can still...
We had city employees go out and donate stuff. I thought that was very cool. It was very commendable. They were very vocal on social media about doing it. And so I get that. I think the city finds offense in the phrase "give Canton the bird," even though we've done it for like 5 years now. It's tongue in cheek. It's funny. Get a fucking sense of humor.
Get some marketing.
Right.
Get a marketing degree.
And
learn social media.
So, it is what it is. We've served the city well. In years past, we were the warming shelter. We quit that during COVID, but we were the warming shelter for the city. We've poured into the city when the cities, there's been situations where they've had to basically condemn houses instantly on the spot until they could find places for the families. They stayed in our building. There's been, I've kind of learned, it really goes back to my other brand. I mean, when you're the black sheep, no one wants to claim you publicly. But when they sure need you, they sure have no fucking problem.
That's exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. That's fucked up.
You can get mad about it. And I'm not even mad about the Canton Fest thing. It's just I think it's heartbreaking and it's disgusting.
I'm sure that your T-shirt brand revenue has surpassed what a festival could do.
Yes,
but what it doesn't do is give the people that love to come to those events a place to go.
Right,
like that. At the end of that's who gets fucked. Is the families that enjoy coming, seeing some wrestlers for the kids, drinking some beers for the moms and dads. Checking out some local vendors, maybe buying some cool shit, maybe
shopping, supporting local,
eating some fucking food trucks that are phenomenal, and having a good day.
Yeah,
that's who gets fucked.
Yeah,
which is where I talk about where your vote as a voter that needs to be in. You know, look at it however you want.
Well, our vote counts, but also it takes people. Fire Marshal Bill. To get off their ass and run for office.
Oh, we need Fire Marshal Bill. We do.
And people don't. This last election, every councilman ran unopposed.
Yeah, that's
so they all got reelected.
That's tragic. I don't understand it. I keep pushing Fire Marshal Bill. We'll get him there. He's the most rational guy that I know. We need him, but I'm like you. Like I know the dollars are important to you, and I'm a dollars guy. I love dollars.
Yeah,
and I know your shirt brand is doing phenomenal. But when you fuck the people that are your tribe, that's personal.
Right.
That's kind of personal like that.
Well, yeah. And I mean, I love to entertain the city. I love to allow people to escape reality for a little while.
Yeah.
And I don't do wrestling. Like, I don't make any money at wrestling. I do that for my son.
It's fun. Yeah. And your son
people
loves
have
it.
a blast. I do the festivals because, I mean, I do make money at them, but they're fun to me.
Yeah.
They're entertaining. I love to watch people who are working 50, 60 hours a week come and for 8 hours not have to worry about their job and just have fun. Or the vendors who are working 50, 60 hours with their full-time job coming here to supplement their income.
Which is Fire Marshal Bill. What a champion.
Right.
That dude's put in 40 and 40 since summer with his main job and King of Pops.
Yeah. So it is what it is. They've made their bed. And by I mean, I don't think there's a threat. I'm not saying that in a threat to the city. They made their bed. The city will survive without me.
Sure.
But I feel that they lost a true asset and a true, no pun intended, champion for them, a true cheerleader for them. And but hey, that's cool, man. They can go build the city they want it to build.
Yeah.
Until
in the demographic, that's the majority will go to ball.
Right. And people will continue to go to Woodstock and pack it out, and people will continue to go to Ball Ground, and they'll circle jerk themselves, convincing themselves that downtown Canton is a vibrant downtown, when the reality is it's not. And that's not me being shitty. It's not a vibrant downtown.
I can't go to downtown Woodstock because Uncle Randy likes to drink, sons.
Right.
And I can't go there and drive. Like, there's no chance.
Right.
Like, I'm still not going to get behind the wheel, sons, but Ball Ground's closer.
Right.
Listen. They're
well, what
up.
is that little shot? That's not a real
we need to pour you one more just to top off the evening. By the way, do you hear my champions fighting over Madden?
Are you gonna? What are you doing?
Dude, you're such a winner.
Damn, son.
Hang on, let me top her off. All right. Cheers, sons, to the Ball Ground Festival. I can't wait. I'm excited. That's my 16-year-old and my 8-year-old.
Greatest sound in the world.
Madden
Greatest sound in the world, huh? Kids laughing.
Each other. Kicking ass in there. Winning, sons. Listen.
Yeah.
I know people look up to Uncle Randy. They see, I've got 2 spectacular seeds that are athletes. Good-looking young men. Listen, it can happen for you, too. You just got to be a champion.
Right.
Listen. Some people got ugly kids. I got winners.
Yeah.
Got winners. Good-looking boys, strapping. muscular.
So is Thanksgiving at the Unc's house?
No, this year it normally is. We're doing Thanksgiving at Brooke's oldest sister's.
Okay, is that local?
It is.
You got to travel?
It's in Canton.
That's not bad.
She does the dressing in the ass.
Yeah. Oh.
How does that make you feel?
So what are you going to do?
I can't do it. I can't eat that.
Mm-mm.
Dude, if it's in the ass, listen, son, Uncle Randy's not an ass play man. I know a lot of people, and I'm nothing against you. If you like ass play, I support you. Not an ass play man.
So you're not an ass play man,
even
outside of the Thanksgiving
I'm
turkey.
I'm not a big play with the ass kind of guy. I'm more play with the genitals, boobies, butts are cool to look at, but I don't play with the anus.
Are we going to talk about what we're thankful for?
Yes, we have to. Good point. I'm thankful though for no ass. I'm just not an ass play guy. Like
I'm thankful for my wife's ass.
I love my wife's an ass lady. Like I'm an ass man, but I'm not a anus man.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at her butt cheeks and her muscular butt. That's my wife. Yeah. So you're telling me you pull the butt apart and you're like, that's a good anus. That's a good rectum.
I'm just
That's
saying,
a good rectum. My wife's got a great rectum.
I'm just saying that the bedroom is the bedroom, Uncle.
Hey, I agree.
And again, back to my answer to a lot of things, freedom, brother.
Freedom.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to mandate that a man can't play with his wife's ass.
That's fair.
I'm not going to mandate a man can't play with his husband's ass.
What if your wife wants to play with your ass?
The problem is it's consensual.
It does.
And so I'm not consenting to that.
I say no to that.
So we're not going to do that. I'm not in prison. And so it's not going to happen.
Believe me. I mean, I love the old rumps.
Yeah.
I'm a rump man. But yeah, just not into the deep ass play. Not for Unc, but not again. Dude,
so
again,
Brooke
freedom.
never just bends you over and pegs you?
No.
Like she don't put a strap on and just bang Uncle Randy in the butt?
Never happens.
Okay.
And she's not like, pull my butt apart and put it in my rear end. She doesn't do that. Yeah. There's none of that.
Understandable.
It's, you call us vanilla.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, we get freaky like anyone else. Just don't put it in the ass.
That's acceptable.
That's not the Uncle Randy way, but I support the people that prefer, listen, some people prefer play with the ass over the vagine.
Yeah,
cool.
No, I don't know.
I'm saying it's not me, but if that's your way, rumor has it, the mayor likes it that way. I don't know that. That's just what I've heard since he got onto the Little Debbie ice cream, that he likes to put it in the rear end. I don't know.
That would explain him stealing the Little Debbie ice cream.
It would totally. He likes.
So we're saying that Stacy probably pegs John.
I would say yes.
He was bitter about it.
And stole your ice cream.
And stole my fucking ice cream, that bastard.
He sure did. Licked it. I thought when you said he opened it that he was just going to lick the top of it and then seal it back up and give it to you.
No, he ate it all. He's a bastard.
He's a bastard. So yes, let's do what we're thankful for. What are you thankful for? Or do you want me to go first?
Oh, you go ahead.
You finish.
I went first earlier.
So I thought about this. I thought about this when I was in the shower earlier, son. So Uncle Randy showers twice a day, goddamn. Can't smell like shit, sons. You can't smell like shit.
No.
Some of y'all walk around this motherfucker and you smell like shit. I'm not thankful for that. But I'm thankful for friends. Listen, this is probably in my life where I've got the biggest circle of friends at this point in my life where if the shit went down, like really went down.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good.
So we're doing our top three?
Yeah.
So that's number one.
So number one is I think I've got the biggest circle of friends I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't take the word friend loosely.
No.
Like, to me, friend.
I've been doing a whole teaching series on that right now.
When you're a friend, it's a...
Yeah, Facebook has diluted the word friend.
You might be an associate.
Yeah, you might be an acquaintance.
Or a...
But you ain't a friend.
No. To be a friend, it's a special place. But I've got more of those and the best group of those I've ever had in my life. So I'm thankful for those people.
All right. So we're going one at a time?
Number one. No, my number one.
Are you going to name all three, or are we going back and forth?
Yeah, I'm going to do three. I'm going to do my three and let you do your three. So that's my number two. My number one would, of course, be my family.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that they're healthy.
Yeah.
You know, not
I feel like that was a generic answer, but
I know,
okay.
but I'm happy that they're they're doing well.
Pussy answer.
You know,
cool.
I got a wife that gives me the old. I'm able to give her the old pickle tickle at will.
Yeah.
A lot of guys can't do that. It's not at will.
Yeah.
You know, they're once a week,
right,
maybe once a month, and I don't understand that.
I can't believe all the men that get it once a year.
Again, back to the rumors about the mayor.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that it's getting like within like every 3 months.
So I understand. So now that the rumors of the mayor, let's clarify when we say the mayor, we're talking about the mayor, John Little. So many of these rumors would explain why he would take such
so
satisfaction in stealing from one of his closest friends, his Little Debbie Christmas tree ice cream. That bastard.
Yeah. So
Hashtag that bastard.
all right. So since you said that's generic, family should always be number one, of course.
Yeah.
But I'll go friends number one.
Yeah.
That's the biggest circle since we're going kind of outside the box. Number two, I'm very thankful for my social media family.
Yeah.
Which again, that doesn't mean you're friends, but the group. And again, I'm not going to take anything away from me that I've built, because that's like taking away from you your credit of. People think that it's not a job.
It's
to be good on social media,
full-time job.
it's a job. Because if you got a gap, you're not putting out content, you lose. It's a job. So I'm thankful for my social media group. I guess number three would be I'm thankful for my genetics.
Yeah.
Championship DNA, sons. I mean, listen, it's produced 2 champions.
Yeah.
2 boys
Yes.
that are going to be pulling the trim, sons.
Right.
Whatever they want to do, whether ballerinas. And I love that you chimed in on this. Actually, I wanted to talk about that. When I put that post out where I was like, Uncle Randy supports his boys, I don't care what they want to do.
Right.
They want to be ballet dancers,
Yes.
I'll get them the shit to be the best ballet
Yes.
dancers. But you're going to do something.
Right.
Most people be like, dude, you're gay. What
Yeah.
are you, fag? This is
Yeah.
crazy. Dude, I don't care what you
Yeah.
want to do. You want to be a dancer? Be the best fucking dancer
Right.
there's ever been.
And I'm going to equip you. My son is he's going into 5th grade. He's wanting to play football for the first time. He's played
Good.
soccer his whole life. So the last 2 days he's been meeting with a private football coach.
Good.
Because he's behind the curve now.
Good.
You know
That's
what I mean?
good on you.
He's behind
So
the
give him
curve.
that. Yes.
So we're going to give him the tools to succeed
Yes.
in that and be a damn champion.
And that's all my post was.
All right.
But I had a couple people that shit on me.
No.
They're like, you're promoting male misogyny. I'm like,
Oh,
no, I'm
shit.
not. I'm promoting champions. I don't
Right.
care if they're fucking ice
Yeah, I
skaters.
don't give a fuck.
They're going to be the
Cereal eating.
best ice
I
skaters.
don't give a damn if it's hot dog eating.
Yeah, but I'm going to give them
Yeah.
the basis to be
Yeah.
the best. And guess what? They're not going to quit. If they start it, they'll finish the season.
Yeah.
There's no quitting. I tell them that you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If Gunnar walks in here right now and says, I want to cheerlead next year,
Yeah.
let's say, then get your pom-poms ready. You're going to be the best fucking
Right.
cheerleader, and we'll figure it out.
That's
You'll
right.
be the best cheerleader
Yeah.
there is.
100%.
But these people,
Yeah.
they just assume because they chose like football and shit, but I've never ingrained that. They can do whatever
Yeah.
they want. They're just champions. But
Right.
if they wanted to dance, I would not say, my son is no dancer. I would never do that. They could be a dancer. Be
Awesome.
the fucking best dancer.
So that's a good 3.
So what are your 3?
Before I give my 3, can I ask a question? You
Yes.
guys know something I've never noticed.
Yes.
Is there a backstory to this poster has 2 things that say spunk on them.
Yes.
So is spunk what I'm thinking spunk is? So it's hand spunk?
No, they were our first sponsor.
Oh, okay. So spunk's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a Spunk Lube.
Okay.
They sponsor the best porn videos in America.
Okay.
They produce semen looking like lubricant. So a
Okay.
lot of the porn scenes you see of guys shooting Peter North loads are really lubricant.
Gotcha. Spunk.
Special. Yeah. The guy that started the company, gay porn guy, loves bitches though.
Good deal for him.
Bangs rectum. We're talking about rectums.
Okay.
Bang, but yeah, they were our first sponsor. They were the first ones that saw the value.
Okay.
Look at this double watch.
Yeah.
You
Saw
got to
it.
look at the details.
There's details in that.
Emilio, rest in peace, sons. He's gone. Now we got the little barky lady, Evie.
Gotcha. All right. I just need to ask about that.
But yeah, no, they were our very first sponsor, and I will always hold a place for them. If you're looking for lubricant, go to spunklube.com, spunk.com. They got some good lube, sons. All natural.
Right. There we go.
Give me your 3.
Always my failures. I'm thankful for my failures because I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the failures, without the screw ups, without the mess ups, without my current screw ups and my current mess ups. They make me who I am.
You son of a bitch.
So
That's a good one.
So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm just thankful, and hear me out because it's going to sound really arrogant, and it's not my intention.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm thankful that I'm Gary fucking Lamb.
That's very, very awesome.
And I love my life. I have a smoking hot wife. I have kick-ass friends.
You do?
I do life at my rules. You can't cancel me.
How good is that you're Gary Lamb, you're able to tell the city of Canton to like, we don't, fuck that. No.
Yeah.
Most people can't say no.
And my philosophy, and they would disagree. I understand that, and that's
Sure,
cool.
that's
but
fair.
they need me worse than I need them.
Sure.
So, you're not, I'll have you replaced tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, I love my life. Like I'm telling you, I have more fun asleep than most people have awake. Like when my feet hit the ground in the morning, it's nonstop reality show. I love it, whether I'm giving Canton the bird and feeding hundreds of families, whether I'm making T-shirts and making hundreds of dollars, whether I'm putting on festivals and thousands of people are showing up, whether I'm, in the last 8 days, I've done 3 funerals. Whether it's,
you've been doing a lot of those lately.
Whether it's just going along in some very key influencers.
We do got to give a shout out to Judy Bagwell.
Yeah.
I did not know you were doing her funeral.
Yeah.
Or that you were part of it.
Yeah, I was part of it.
Mark's a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
We both know Mark and Judy. Judy was not only Buff Bagwell's mom, she was also a tag team champion with Rick Steiner.
WCW tag team champion.
Probably one of the most outside the box tag team champion there's ever been in wrestling. Period. That was Buff's mom.
And let's just say this. When I use this word, I mean exactly what this word was in the old school setting. Straight gangsters.
100%.
You don't realize the influence and the power when you show up at a funeral and 80% of the crowd there is men.
Yeah.
And everybody who spoke was a man.
Yeah.
And talked about how Judy taught them about business, about how it meant to be a man. She was like a damn female rip.
She was.
Like, dude, I sat back listening to the stories people were telling about her, and she just would bring in every stray and was hard on them.
She was a champion.
And just whipped these motherfuckers into shape.
And she was better on the mic than 85% of the WCW crew that were under contract at the time. I would put Judy on the pole before 85% of the wrestlers that were making millions in WCW. And that includes Mark.
Yeah.
I think she was better than Mark.
Yeah.
And Mark would probably tell you that his mom was better
Judy
than
on
him.
a pole match?
Dude.
I think I shared the story the first time she came to our
Judy's
church.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, I got buddies that they talk, they know wrestling, and then I'll be like, you know about and they don't know. I'm like, you don't know wrestling. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, if you don't know about Judy Bagwell, you don't know wrestling.
You're fucking ridiculous. You don't know she held a belt? You're fucking ridiculous. And so I thought that was great when you mentioned that she was also a tag team, just for the stragglers.
Right,
they don't know. Because that's a huge thing. So rest in peace to Judy. I've reached out to Mark. I gave him my condolences. I love him. I know that's very hard for him. She was the patriarch of that. It wasn't his dad.
And he was
Judy.
the baby.
Yeah, and Judy was the patriarch.
Right, yes.
And sometimes that happens.
Yes.
Everybody thinks the dude is the patriarch.
No,
they
Steve
talk about
Senior,
the
Big
patriarchy.
Steve was not. Now, Big Steve, you didn't want to fuck with.
No, but Mark shot him.
Right, yes.
Mark shot him. If you know Mark. Mark shot his dad, but he didn't shoot his mom because she'd kill him.
Yes.
And so Judy was the patriarch, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for my failures. I'm thankful, and I'm thankful that I'm Gary Lamb. Like, I love that you can wear a shirt in Home Depot and someone stop you.
Yeah, how was
and
that?
Be like, I don't even like him. You bitch, you don't even know me.
This is a great point. And I know we're going long, but I got to ask you this. So when I posted that, you had no idea.
Yeah.
That day was very weird to me because it was because Home Depot's right by Publix.
Right.
You know, you live here. So I go to Home Depot. This lady's very aggressive, and she's in her mask.
Yes. Imagine that.
And she walks up to me, and she's like, "Oh, black sheep. What's that mean?" I'm like, that's my buddy's brand. You know, I don't know this lady from shit, so I'm not going to go in detail. I'm like, that's my buddy's brand. It's awesome. She's like, "Oh, is that Gary Lamb?" And she's disgusted.
Yeah.
Right? This lady.
And bitch, you knew what it was for your ass.
And I don't even know what she looks like.
Right.
I couldn't tell you. I know she was gray-headed. She was older. No idea what she looks like. Don't know her name. But then I'm like, that's fucking stupid. That's my buddy. Talk to you later. Have a good day.
Yeah.
So I go to Publix. The dude's coming out to get the fucking carts. As he walks by me, he's like, Gary Lamb's a champion, legend. And that's all that is.
Right.
Like, just like, legend, rock on. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it's 1 for 1. Like we got a champion and a detractor. Then I'm checking out the bagger is probably the biggest Southern Honor. I don't know if you know this, but the guy that bags groceries at Publix is probably your biggest fan as far as Southern Honor goes that I've ever met. He was like, I've never missed a match. I love that guy. He's a legend. It's fucking awesome. Dude, 2 for 3 with one like that. I call that 3 for 3.
Yeah, I call it 3 for 3.
That's fucking 3 for 3.
Yeah, my wife's great.
Your product.
I mean, look at my wife. Like, so out of my league. You know, when you're a 4 and you snag a 10, you know, you've done good. And
dude, I hear that all the time.
Great kid. So, again, I think for my failures, I'm thankful for my, that I'm Gary Lamb. And last of all, I am thankful for my tribe. Yes. Like, my tribe, and I hope every champion.
It's a good one.
I hope every champion feels this way about their tribe.
It's a big one.
You think yours is better than mine, and I think mine's better than yours, and that's the way it should be. That's right.
Yes.
And I think they're the greatest, and they're amazing. And I keep saying I did that at Give Canton the Bird. I didn't do shit at Give Canton the Bird. I made 2 Facebook posts. They did it all. They organized it. They gave it out. I was hosting a funeral while it was going on. In the building, at the other side of the building, and they're just over there not missing a beat. I come over there and things start to fall apart. They throw me out.
I thought that was a great post, by the way, and I've learned this is one thing. This is my number 4. All right, for Uncle Randy. One thing is, I'm thankful for the things I've learned from Gary Lamb because I've kind of learned that from you, right? Like I had my own little tribe before we met and our lives intersected, but appreciating that tribe and catering to them, knowing that they can carry you maybe in your times of where you're not your best, right? Yeah. Like, which for me is all, I'm not fucking always on, I fucking have slumps. I have issues like anyone else. I got life problems, real problems. And they kind of carry me through, right? And I do appreciate that, but knowing the power of them and never bastardizing them, which is where you could have went. A man in your position could have bastardized your tribe had you decided to be like, I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy, City of Canton. Yeah. You could have done it. Right. You had the chance to really bastardize your people, and you didn't. No. Which is, to your credit, a lot of people would have, because that's a business decision.
Yeah, I'm not for sale.
No. And it would have been tough because of, you've got your political views, and like we said, times today kind of require you to be a little more staunch on your views, but that could have been bad. Like if you were one of the few, there's a lot of people, there's actually a lot of people that do that talk out of one side of their ass and then, chew out of the other side. Right. And that's just no good. Your tribe will see right through that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't do fake well at all.
But so them carrying you through that, through you're doing the funeral, they're doing the Give Canton the Bird, you show up, you fuck it all up. Yeah, it's better without you.
Yeah, throw me out.
That's fucking incredible. That's a great thing to be thankful for.
Oh, they're awesome. My tribe's awesome. I mean, I'm so blessed with the people in my life. And I think I've learned more about what true friendship was in the last year than ever in my life. And what true friendship's not. And, even our friendship. I mean,
absolutely.
It's
It's been amazing, and to Heather Cope, I've got to give to Linda. I think if we were to give, since this is end of the year, when's the next time
December?
It'll be at the end of the
year awards.
We will, but right now they're in the running for champions of the year. Linda and Heather. Heather listens to every word of every show we do. Yes, she's there till the end.
Well, she's got to make sure what she's going to calm Rick down about.
She probably does. You're probably right. How many times has he wanted to come down here tonight?
Well, he's not feeling too hot.
Oh, okay.
He's a little under the weather.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Because he would be.
He might already be asleep. He started a new job.
He's working a lot. That's just good. That makes him happy. Yes. That he's on the road working.
I mean, I respect that about Rick, man. He took a stand at his job and didn't give a fuck about money because they were being dicks.
Let me tell you something about Rick Cope, sons. We talk all this shit about Rick Cope. And listen. Gary Lamb, Uncle, we're a couple of local celebrities, sons. Write that down. Whatever. We don't think of ourselves that way. We're of the people.
I prefer regional, not local. We're regional celebrities.
National. It doesn't matter. International. I mean, we do have listeners in Malaysia.
Right.
We got 2.
There we go.
2 in Malaysia. Don't know what they're doing, but thank you. But Rick Cope calls me the other day out of the blue. It was a Friday. He knows that I get Griffin every other weekend. Griffin lives in Alabama. calls me, says, "Hey, Uncle Randy, I'm in Alabama. I'm right by where you said Griffin lives. Do I need to pick him up?" It's no shit.
Right.
In his truck. This is, I swear on everything.
Save you a trip.
He calls me and it's not our weekend. But had it been, what a guy. You know?
And Griffin would have got
the
more.
Bullshit,
he would have earned more of that trip.
And Griffin knows Rick. He loves Rick. So it wouldn't have been a problem.
Right.
Had it been my Friday, I'd been like, dude, you just saved me 6 hours.
Right.
Because it's 3 hours each way. And actually now $70 worth of gas. And
BB.
what a guy, you know? Like, thank you.
How much was it BB before Biden?
Oh, probably 40.
Yeah.
One tank.
Mm.
Now it's a tank and a half, so 60, 70. Easily. But Rick calls me, and I remember it was the middle of the day. I was working downstairs, and I was like, what the fuck's Rick? What is Rick calling me? It's 2:30. And he literally called me and was like, hey, I'm in Hazel Green, Alabama. Didn't you say Griffin lives in Meridianville, which is Hazel Green? I'm right here. Will his mom be okay with me picking him up? And dude, that goes a long way with Uncle Randy, all right? Because despite everyone's got their flaws, I do. I fucked up every way you can fuck up in this world. Yeah. Every single way. If you've done it, I've done it twice. Probably did it way better than you, sons, with more style.
Except never with the ass.
And more flip, but no ass play. Not a big ass play.
So not
guy.
In every way.
I've tried it. Don't love it.
Okay,
Don't
so you
like
have
it.
fucked
I've
up
tried it.
Okay.
But so whatever you think of Rick Cope, he called me with no incentive and offered to pick that goes a long way with me, right?
Yes.
Like that's a true friend, you know, like despite any other shit, what a guy.
Right.
And he's done that a couple times and I've forgotten to kind of mention that, but he's done that to me multiple times, called me to pick up Griffin because he knows, dude, I've been doing that for 10 years and I've never missed a fucking weekend.
Well, of course not.
I've never missed anything.
What is Uncle Randy driving now?
Right now I'm driving Brooke's car.
So you still ain't got anything?
Well, they haven't sent me my check for the difference. It should be coming this week. They finally told me everything was settled and balanced, and they're going to send me the balance. From when Waste Away destroyed the Camaro and got scared shitless. Have we talked about the wreck since it happened?
No, not since it happened.
So, you know, the guy hits me, pushes me off the road. So here's to set the scene. So we're off in the grass after 16, right after exit 16. And the door is crushed in. And it's just barely caught. So I kick it out, which looks a lot cooler than it sounds.
You're right.
It wasn't like I kicked out a door that was incapable of opening. It was just barely catching. So I kick it out, but I get out screaming, "You motherfucker, what the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
God
You
damn.
shared all that with us.
You about killed me, whatever. He's scared shitless. And then Brooke shows up.
Right.
And he scares her twice, and he's shitting his pants. He's pissing his pants, and I don't know if he ever got fired. I don't know what happened. But so the insurance started talking to me, and they were like, so do you have any injuries? I was like, look, I got a neck injury. All right? My neck's been fused. It's been a little sore, but right now, nothing major. I've got an appointment set with my buddy Doc. He hooks me up, takes care of me. But I don't know. Right now, you know, we'll see. And so my point is, take care of me correctly. Things will be squared away. If you don't, then we'll play ball. You know, like we'll see what happens.
Right.
So they take care of me on the numbers. They definitely give me more than the Camaro, what I owed on it. And but it's not coming. And so I told them last week, I was like, I want my money by next Friday. Don't have a car yet. Or, you know, you'll hear from my attorneys, which I have an attorney. That's not what they want. Trust me, it's not what they want. I'm a guy that has a double-level fusion in his cervical spine. All right? You don't want that. I would prefer not that. So they tell me it'll be here by probably this coming up Wednesday. And then I'm going to probably go talk to Duck.
Yes.
See what's available.
We're
but luckily,
still?
Thankfully, I'm not in a rush.
Right, because you work from home.
And I work from home. We got a car. We're never gone. We got a golf cart.
Yeah. Are you thinking truck still? Are you,
small truck.
Yeah.
Something that'll not take up like my whole driveway.
Yeah. Like a 1500 on 37, something like that. What you think is small?
40s, some mutters.
Yeah, I got it.
Put on some udders.
Perfect.
Some quaint.
Good.
You know, tight, small. And actually, what I've been looking at, which is crazy, is the new Frontiers Nissan. They've
Yes.
got like a 4-wheel drive packet. That's actually pretty impressive. It's a smaller, compact truck, but it can get pretty big. But I'm open to whatever. Farm Marshal Bill just bought his wife a Kia van that looks like an SUV.
Yes.
It's incredible. So I don't know. I'm all over the place, but I'm not in any rush.
Right.
But I am going to talk to Duck. Guess what? Talk to the guy at Racetrack today. Duck's a legend.
Yes.
He goes in there every morning.
Yes.
That guy's holding belts, taking pictures.
Champion.
How much money does he make? And do you get a cut?
No, but he's a champion. I don't want to cut. I just want to see him succeed. All right, so December, end of the year awards.
Yes, we will be taking nominations.
Yes, we'll post categories in the next couple of weeks. I can tell you who won't be winning anything's the mayor.
Oh, hey. Amy just said Telluride. Telluride is the number 1 truck on my wife's wish list. That's a good point. She loves the Telluride.
Yeah,
she does.
Christine just said, stop talking, no van.
No van. She hates the van. Dude, she's got a muscle car. Of course she does. How do you feel getting in that thing? How do you get in that motherfucker?
I feel like a fat fuck.
How much does it hurt to get in and out of
it? It doesn't hurt to get in it.
How about getting out?
It's
Do you
horrible.
fart every time you get out?
Well,
when I would get out of the Camaro, I farted every time I got out.
Yeah, it's rough.
Every time I get out.
It's the only car
fart.
I've ever driven that I feel like the car's pissed driving around town. Like it's not made to go 35 miles per hour.
It's very nice, though. It is good to look at. But yeah. Dude, for bigger guys, those fucking things are miserable. I think it was a blessing in disguise. She says you look hot as fuck in it.
Boom. She knows what's up.
Dude.
I'm going home.
Listen,
I'm going home.
If you're about the ass play, sons, that's cool.
Yeah.
No big deal. Do what you do, Gary.
So
Lamb.
I wouldn't say we're about the ass play. So we call it the Blue Moon at the Lamb House.
You know what they call
every
it?
Once in a while, Blue Moon happens, but it's not on the regular rotation.
You know what they call it here in Silvertown? They call it going to Browntown.
Oh,
we got a couple of
Doo-doo said that.
Doo-doo's one of them. We had a couple that are like, I'm going to Browntown tonight. And I'm like, that's gross.
That is gross.
Guess what? That just ruined my boner.
We just call it a Blue Moon.
That's much better. That's more romantic.
What's a Blue Moon happens?
All right. Well, we're going to sign off. Listen, next
Happy Thanksgiving.
we will be doing end of year awards. So nominate whoever you want. Hell, you can even nominate the mayor. He's not going to win.
Male of the year, female of the year. Best moment from the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Biggest promoter of the podcast would be good. That would be nice to hear. I do think the mayor right now is hurting on that regard. Maybe he'll make up ground. I mean, maybe he'll do something and turn our tide. I don't know.
He won't.
But who's going to be the one to get you the Little Debbie ice cream? We'll see. They might get an award of their own.
Game on.
So
happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
We'll talk to y'all later, and we'll see you then. So y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, and hey, grin and bear it, sons. Whatever family's around, smile and take it in, sons. Hell, Uncle Randy loves you. See you.